Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1. The thing is, though, I'm probably gonna. I don't know. I might go from here. I might keep it from the beginning.
No. It's there's some very questionable sounds I made. Replicating an ASMR style.
That's funny. It's all good. So before you, so this is how long we've been here now. We've been here. So you got me about like 3:45. So it's like 2 hours in.
Yeah.
Which is cool. That's fair enough. It's all good.
I was gonna say it's flown by. Like when you say it like that, I feel like I haven't really kind of done anything or achieved much. But it's.
Oh, dude, you showed me around your sort of music space. So obviously,
Yeah,
for whoever's
cool.
watching, you can't see, but Josh has got a fucking sick setup. He's got all his guitars and bass over there,
Yeah,
massive
thank
speakers and electric drum kit as well, which I'll play around with later.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be interesting to see how you get on with that. As I mean, I've not really kind of played with many drummers, but the few I've had in here, it's been very kind of hit or miss. Some people are very open to playing on like electric kits.
Yeah.
Others are like, no, absolutely not. So when I was speaking to you last night and we were saying about meeting up, I was saying, you know, we can come and I'll come pick up your kit. Mainly because the last drummer that came, I don't think he was a great drummer, obviously. I won't name him. But yeah, he came in here and just refused flat out to play it. He said no. You know, and like to a degree I can understand, like as a guitarist, like I wouldn't want to play an acoustic guitar.
It's proper stuck up to say that. I mean, unless you're gonna bring your own fucking drum kit, don't be a bitch. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say he couldn't drive, he couldn't have any transport.
No,
and I was a bit like,
shut up then. No.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm glad you like it so far. So it'd be
Yeah, mate, that's it. Well, I mean,
cool to jam.
Yeah, I didn't want to be a knob and like say, oh yeah, bring my kit, because I mean it's in flight cases, but it's just so much effort, and we might end up not doing any music. We might just chill. But I was like, I don't want to. It's just a pointless waste.
No, for sure. And I think that's no, it would be cool. I mean, I haven't set up ever like an acoustic kit in here, so it'd be interesting to see how it sounds.
Well, how does it work? Have you soundproofed the room, or is it literally just walls that we got here?
So I think this used to be a garage, as you saw, like in there. So we kind of put this wall up. So we basically took 3/4 of the garage and converted it into this. So yeah, there's like sound, like really thick insulation for like soundproofing around it. I think the biggest like audio leak or sound leaking is this door and that door.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, it sounds good. It keeps, I'd say, kind of like 85 to 90% of the sound out. Like you can't really hear it from out there.
Cool.
So only obviously if I leave the door slightly ajar, then it's it sounds pretty horrible.
Yeah, fair enough. No, but I mean, I appreciate you sorting me out with the audio there as well, because I mean,
that's all right.
Yeah, well, I'm still learning, still finding my feet. So I haven't got a clue what I'm doing.
I mean, you're somehow I don't understand like how you're able to record two channels into just one channel via the Focus, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to show me that, because I don't quite get my head around that. But.
Oh, I didn't either, because as I said to you earlier, like when I did it for like 3 weeks ago, I had to literally put this in the desk, and we had to take turns pulling it towards each other, because I was just like, I haven't got a clue, mate. It was so annoying, because we could both mics were plugged in, you could actually hear each other as well, so you could hear the sound was coming through. It just wasn't recording it.
I say I mean, every door has its little quirks, and Logic's pretty good for it. But like I say, it's just being able to kind of split it onto 2 channels. It's just a bit of flexibility. Yeah.
Well, we'll come back to music, but first of all, your tattoos, mate. I don't think I've ever actually like studied them properly. So what have you got?
Okay. We'll start with this arm.
Yeah.
So this arm kind of started off with this seahorse down here.
Yeah.
So that was when I was in Budapest. I thought, right, I fancy a seahorse.
You got it done in Budapest?
Got it done in Budapest.
Oh, mate. Okay, we'll come back to Budapest, Carol.
Yes. So yeah, got the seahorse done. I've always wanted a sleeve, never kind of known what I wanted. So I thought, right, well, the seahorse means something to me. It's like kind of like resembling like my sister. So I was like, okay, well, that's nice. That's a long old story, but that's one for a few beers and stuff. But anyway, I had this seahorse. It looked brilliant. I suddenly thought, well, shit, I've kind of taken up a chunk of my forearm with a pretty blue seahorse. I don't quite know what else to do.
Yeah.
So the rest of it, I mean, so I've got this octopus going on, which is kind of at some point I'll get the waves finished off. So I don't know if you can see from there.
So is that the wave? Is that part of the octopus?
So the purple bit with some orange is the octopus. Yeah. And the blank bits are the waves.
Oh, okay, cool.
Eventually will be coloured in kind of a bluey grey.
Yeah.
When I can afford to.
Yeah.
And then got a rose, which awkwardly kind of links it up to the ship.
Mm-hmm. Ship's cool.
Into some kind of fancy lightning thing.
Yeah.
Into a jellyfish. So basically the thought was
a lot of sea going on.
Well, that was it. So I don't have any I mean, I don't like the sea. is the fun is the fun part of it.
Okay.
So I got the seahorse because that was like the one part of my arm which like means something to me, and the rest I just wanted a sleeve. So I thought, well, a seahorse within a sea themed sleeve isn't going to look completely out of place.
Yeah.
So that was the kind of logic behind it, and that's So that's this arm. So that's kind of a work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
And then this arm, sister's name that got that in Amsterdam. That was the first tattoo.
Yep.
And then I always just wanted a portrait.
Okay.
So this is more just so at the time I was working for a law firm, so I thought I'll get a pretty lady with the like Lady of Justice with a blindfold on it for law.
Let's see, camera. Oh yeah, that is sick. That is sick actually.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I'm chuffed with this one. Shout out to
real
Nathan.
Cool.
He's a sick tattoo artist. And then just some flowers. And then I won't get my beautiful body out here, but I've got a little.
Let's have a look.
No, not whilst I'm sat down. That's
okay.
The very unappealing angle.
But you've got like 2% body fat. What are you worried about?
That's a little PRS bird there.
Okay.
Just as like a dot work one.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So at some point, I have just seen a friend of mine. He's got a tattoo artist over in Kingston, which I'm very tempted by. I've seen a lovely piece actually. It's like these birds. I'll have to show you actually. My phone's over there.
Yeah.
But kind of that's the next goal.
Cool.
So when I can justify spending some more money on tattoos, I will.
Yeah.
But as we've discovered whilst setting up this podcast, actually what I should invest in is decent mic stands. So we took about 10 minutes
with one mic stand.
Trying to just get the old end of the mic stand off. Yeah, since the last time I used it with a 57 on a cab. So that was need new mic stands, need some acoustic treatment for the room. And also to replace a 57, which we've discovered I've somehow lost a microphone. I'm not quite sure where that's gone. But
probably in your bed or something.
I was going to say there's probably a load of stuff under the bed. And a 57 is probably one of them.
Probably, yeah. Or like a brand new 7B that you forgot you bought right at the back. And you're like, fuck.
I was going to say, if I looked under my bed and found something like an SM7B, I'll be chuffed. I highly doubt it.
There's a guy I used to work with who he went out, bought like this was years ago, so he bought like some bright red Hirachis or whatever.
Okay.
Came back home, was like sick. I put them under the bed for safekeeping, pushed them to the bed. There's another box at the back, pulls it forward. It's the same fucking pair, but he bought them like 6 months ago, pushed them under the bed, forgot about them, and he forgot he bought them and went and bought another pair.
Yeah, but aren't Hirachis ridiculously expensive?
Yes.
Like they're kind of so for me,
yes.
I've had the same pair of trainers for about 6 years. They were beautifully white when I bought them, but they were down to the Janoskis. They were down to 30 quid when I got them.
Well, these?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, that's a steal.
30
so to me, kind of
Nikes, why not?
Well, yeah, I mean, to me, like 50 quid. Would I spend it on shoes?
Yeah.
No, I'm cheap. I don't like shoes.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'm pretty sure Hirachis, you're probably looking over 150.
It's 200-300 quid, something like that.
Get a couple of microphones for that.
Literally, you could get exactly.
Jeez, I mean, if you're into your shoes, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, he does it with all that he's done it with loads of shit. Just clothes in general, he'll buy lots of stuff and then he'll wear it and then like take the previous one he was wearing, which is nothing wrong with, and he'll like put it in his loft or put it in storage, and you're like, what?
See, that's
he just loves clothes, and you're like, all right, fine, but it's not like me and you where you get something, either look after it for years or you buy something to replace something.
Yeah,
where he just buys it because he likes it and he just adds it to the collection, and you're like, okay.
See, although it's people like that make outlet shopping so incredible. So for me, I'll have 2 pairs of jeans, 2 pairs of shorts, and like 15 different t-shirts, all predominantly black, grey, white or red, right?
I'm the same, but take out the white.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I know whatever I get goes with it. So when I go to places like Gunwharf Quays, you can get some banging deals on last season's stuff. Now, for me, like I say, I've been wearing the same clothes for years. So last season's stuff, that's brand new to me. And I'm getting it at like record prices.
Like, that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah. But I'm still... Who was it? My brother was saying the other day, actually, he had some like incredible t-shirts. And especially like now TK Maxx is reopened. He was saying there's so much stock that he's got like some of these incredible t-shirts for like $5 each. Yeah. I don't think I've ever been in a TK Maxx.
Have you not really?
I think I've like gone in like, so like with girlfriend, she was looking for like a pair of shoes. So I've gone in there with her to look for a pair of shoes, but not for myself. So yeah, I think.
Oh right, so you just stayed with her. You didn't go. Oh, I'll see you in 20 minutes or whatever.
It's over my head.
I used to go to when I was like 15. Yeah, 15 it must be. I used to go to town with my mate every weekend.
Yeah.
And I was just such an idiot to keep keep going back because he would spend literally like 2 hours in TK Maxx and not buy anything like every week. So I hate going now because while there is stuff there that exists, which is like Ted Baker for like a tenner.
Yeah.
It's if it's there, and then if you can find it, and then if it's in your size. So there's deals to be got, but it's if it's there or not.
I was going to say you have to have luck on your side,
and patience and time, because especially how the one they've got it in, like the one in Reading, for example, the one actually in town, you go like downstairs, and it's just rails upon rails upon rails in no particular order. They're just chucked on there, and have at it. And you've got to just go through every fucking rail, just in case there's something there. So it can be done, but you just need.
Yeah,
it's not worth my time. It depends how you do it. If you've got it like with my work, or like if you go to Gunwolf or Bicester, it's a normal shop, but just at the outlet prices, which is how you want it.
Yeah,
like,
t-shirts with t-shirts, jeans on the kind of like.
And you're like, all right, it's that one, and there's like 6 of them behind it in different sizes. Perfect. It's just the different price.
Yeah.
Whereas like TK Maxx is just whatever the fuck they want, chucked like on rails, literally. Yeah. And you're like, this hurts me. And I've got people that work there as well, and they're like, it's not
Jesus, yeah, good luck. Because I did see, like, granted it was in the women's section, but like the crazy amount of like, like everything on hangers and everything, all the racks, just like how chaotic it looked.
Yeah.
And I thought, even looking for shoes was stressful.
I know.
Like, at least with the shoes, it's a bit more open.
I know, and they're all like across the wall or whatever.
I don't know. It's one of those things I have to go in, and if I can last 10 minutes and find something decent. If not, I'll just stick to my £10 t-shirts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll pay double the price, but £10 not much.
Yeah, exactly. When did you get? I mean, I think it was only in the last 8 months I'd got rid of my previous wardrobe, which was exclusively Criminal Damage for like 5 years, and that's all I wore.
Criminal Damage. See, do you remember Hard Edge over in Reading? Oh,
love that shop.
They sold Criminal Damage, didn't they?
They sold everything.
That's it. Yeah.
Criminal Damage, DC, Etney, Famous, Trapstar.
Yes, yeah.
What else? Enjoy, Airwalk, all those banging brands. I was going to say it's like our own Route 1 just in Reading.
Yeah, that was it. And because you went down, you had all the clothing upstairs, and you went downstairs.
Decks downstairs, yeah.
You'd have shit tons of shoes, all the skateboards, decks and everything.
Yeah, amazing shop.
That was so fun little story. Bought my first snapback when I was at Hard Edge. So I was probably about 12.
Yeah.
Got my fresh skinny jeans on, my fresh Etnies, because I was always into my Etnies and
likewise,
and
mate. I love Etnies.
Etnies,
love those shoes.
Yeah, bought my first snapback. Walked out the store. Can't remember. I think they got a cash point.
Mm-hmm. It's like opposite, right?
And that's it. So I just bought the hat, and I think then my mum had found like a really nice hoodie for me to get. So I went over to the cash point, came back, and she went, actually, look, they only had it in large, and at the time I think like small or something.
You still are small. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I still am. I'll buy medium hoodies.
Strong.
But yeah, so we come out the store, and I take my hat. I go to put it on, and something didn't look quite right. And they're going, what's gone on? Looking at the hat, she's peeled the sticker off. Yeah. So she's peeled the sticker off, thinking, it's a bit like like a size sticker that you get like on the back of a t-shirt or something. You pull like the small off or something. Yeah. So she's peeled that off, and of course they're not going to take it back. You've just debadged your hat.
You've dropped. It's worth nothing now.
It's worthless. Just chuck it straight in the bin. I was gutted. So that was, unfortunately, I had so many happy memories. But when I think of Hard Edge, I think of my snapback being deprived of its sticker, being debadged.
What was the hat?
Okay, so this is embarrassing. I can't remember the brand, but the big F.
Famous.
Famous.
Travis Barker's.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so it was a black one with a white F for the famous one. And that's sticker.
Sick. That's
straight off.
I mean, I did as well. I got a Fox one, and then
that's like a biking company, isn't it?
I think it's bike and snowboarding. I think.
Okay.
But it was like dark green, black sticker and everything. I was
nice.
And then I had a purple. Zoo York. That was it. I had a purple Zoo York.
Yeah,
one, which was cool.
Zoo York was sick. Was it? I don't know why. I always think of Bam Margera, but I don't feel like he was Zoo York even. He wasn't Death, because Death's an English brand, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good point. He would
Zero.
He would either that or like DC or Santa Cruz or something. I would have thought.
I don't know. My skateboarding knowledge has gone completely out the window.
I mean, I really might as well come back, because I started listening to Steve-O started a podcast, which is fucking excellent. Like, really? It's so good. It's so good. He's got just some crazy people on. Like, he's got Wee Man, he's got Bam, he's got
sick.
But then he's got like So like Dr. Drew, John Jones, Ronda Rousey, like
Oh shit!
Sharon Osbourne, and you're like, why?
Osborne with Steve-O.
Yeah,
but
it's so good. It's so good.
Was it Steve-O? Was he with? See, my knowledge of like celebrities and relationships is appalling. So I'm
likewise.
gonna make myself look awful if not. But
Yeah.
was he with Stacey Solomon for a bit?
I don't know who that is, so I can help.
I don't know. She was.
No.
Anyway, yeah.
He's with some. He's
Some
with
British.
He's with his girlfriend
lady.
called Lux right now. I think. I don't know if that's a
Okay.
nickname or an actual name.
Because he was, I'm sure, yeah, they got him on the Hate Tree podcast, Steve-O. He's just a cool guy.
He's amazing because it's like you see him. He's late 40s or something, and he looks just incredible for like all of the shit he's put himself through. Come out of rehab twice, broken everything 4 times, and he's just there. But he's just a really chill guy, and you're like, how?
I was gonna say he just seems crazy. Like I always remember there's that one. I think it was the first Jackass where he like literally puts like a fish hook.
Through his cheek.
That's it through his cheek.
Yeah.
That's how when everything is Steve-O.
Yeah.
Him, big old tattoo on the back and
Yeah. That was funny. That was Jackass one. Was amazing. There's such a crazy like bunch of dudes because they started off working for a magazine called Big Brother, and they had a small section in there, like a 1 page, which was just about skateboarding. So that's like him and Bam met, and Tony Hawk and all that. So he's like really good mates with Tony Hawk.
Yeah, because they've had him on a few of the Jackass stuff.
Yeah. So like the half pipe stunts, they always have him, and then they do the same shit, but in like a fat costume or something.
Yeah. That's I know exactly the one with the balls just coming like flying through and
Yeah, but
oh mad.
So they did that, and then I'm trying to remember. Because I remember someone explained the history, and they said that they had the magazine, and then someone said you need to do the skateboard stuff and make it bigger and do your own shit with it. So they created their own magazine, which then they met like Jeff Tremaine, who was like, you lot are all nuts, let's actually film some of your shit. And they just did it as a goof, and they went, yeah, let's do it. Because it was the Wild Boys first.
Right, okay.
And they were like, but that was some actual madness. Like they'd pick on like wild animals and shit and get wild animals to chase them, and you're like, you're nuts.
Oh, jeez.
You're actually nuts. Like, it makes Jackass look tame, and you're like,
Jesus Christ, that must be... What was it? Wild Boys?
Wild Boys, yeah. So they have, like, sharks and bears chasing them and shit, and you're like, what is wrong with you guys?
Jesus Christ.
That's why... how are they still... Obviously, and, yeah, I love the fact that none of them died doing that shit. Ryan Dunn died with something completely unrelated from fucking Jackass stunts.
Wasn't his the car-related death?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't remember... don't remember the details, but yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Obviously, it's horrible that he died, but it's crazy that he died not from the shit that should have killed him.
Yeah,
it's just from like something just driving killed him, and you're like, that's mad.
Jesus. Yeah, there are some crazy motherfuckers, to put it lightly.
Yeah, literally. It's awesome, man. Like, cause to see those people, because like, a few of my mates, I'm really good mates with them because we started off skating really shitty on my part. But obviously we didn't, spend evenings and days just watching Jackass films because it's just funny, and it's just like we should give it a go, and you're like,
Yeah, I think that's it. It's I was going through my brother's old. He has like a load of videos he did when he was, I guess, like year 7, like with his mates. Like really kind of weird quality, like your dad's old kind of like Sony handheld camera. They kind of have that magical kind of quality to them, which is awful, but so much better than anything you've seen as a kid. So kind of videos he was doing was that, and going through the old ones, of course he's got one like his own kind of Jackass and Yately, for instance. And I'm sure most kids of our kind of age at least tried some sort of Jackass thing, like filming it, thinking this will like make us like the Jackass stars. Can't remember what on earth we did, but I think it was just silly things like we'd jump off the roof onto a trampoline. Sick man, sick.
And you're like, okay.
Nothing.
A mate of mine, Alex, he did it, and he called it Terminal 6. I think it was after the Heathrow shit opened up. I don't know, whatever. But they filmed it, and it was him walking across a frozen pond, and you're just like, this isn't gonna go well. And then they find a fish, and they're trying to get to the fish because it's frozen in the water, but the ice is cracking all around them. So it was actually pretty good. I think it actually might still be on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, but they're like 13 or whatever. I was never there for any of them, but I remember the boys were giving it a go, and I'm like, you lot, okay, this is not going to end well. I can't remember. I know it's on there. I'll see if I can find it after this. But I can't.
It's when you can see.
Probably
like,
so terrible.
I was gonna say, it probably is the high pitched screaming, laughing of like young 13-year-olds.
Yeah, being like, oh,
which is awful and watching back now, but then it was just the best thing in the world.
Oh, it's just so cringy. You're like, fucking. It's on the save screen. That means it's still going to be recording if it's like that.
I reckon so.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never.
Let me check. It's just.
Yeah. I was going to say try it. I mean, I've never tried kind of recording things more than like. Yeah. Look at that. We are cooking.
See, your way. I'm very envious of your tattoos, mate, because I've literally just got the one, which is that.
Yeah, but that's clean. Like to get out an outline like that is as clean as that.
Yeah, but
that's nice.
Well, that was in Portugal for me, so similar to yourself, away from home, got it done. Because there was my. Yeah. Because I just want to. Because at the time I was like, fuck it, I'll just get an outline done.
Yeah.
And if I don't like it, it's not that big. But now I'm like, okay, I like it. So now like that looks pathetic. I need to do more to it. So I want to get like filled in. I want to have like 2 crossed, I think it calls Sparta or Spatha, which are Greek swords behind it.
Right.
Gonna be quite cool.
Okay, no, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be.
So yeah, all filled in, and I have it across the back there. Yeah,
that's really nice actually. Yeah, because you could almost get like really, you could either go like complete like blackout on the interior of it, and then like get kind of almost like a lighter grey. Like, you know, slightly above like I say lighter grey, like just slightly like darker than skin tone or something, like as a contrast. I think that would be quite.
Yeah, I'm a bit reticent to do colour with my skin colouring. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Like, it works for you because you're a little bit lighter than I am.
Yeah.
So the colour will come out really nice. Whereas me, I think it would. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a bit weird if it came out with colour ones.
Don't know. I've recently started watching Ink Master.
Oh yeah.
Do you know anything about Ink Master?
I can guess what it is.
So. You know, like Bake Off and like.
Is it a Bake Off with tattooing? You've got 2 hours to do this masterpiece.
Essentially, yes.
Oh shit!
Essentially,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
I mean, and but also with like Hell's Kitchen, sort of like Gordon Ramsay, ridiculous anger and bollocks. So
tattooing.
So like just as an example, you have say like. They'll have like a flash challenge, then the winner of that gets to choose people's canvases.
Yeah.
So you have say like 12 of them. 12 people have basically signed up to the show and be like, like I will come and get a free tattoo. You tattoo what you want on me.
Okay.
So that week they might be like, right, we're going to be doing spiders. Like this week we're doing spiders. So they'll have to tattoo a spider, yet the canvas will get to select on some of them, like where they'll have it. So they'll be going through, and then some of them will then be like having to, so someone might have to tattoo for like 5 hours a spider on some guy's arm, or it might have to be on his back, but he's got like, you know, this guy has like burn marks all down his back, so he's got scarring.
Cool.
Someone wants a spider on his head.
Yeah.
Someone wants it like, I don't know, like on his neck and all these weird wacky places on his hand and stuff. And then it's basically worst tattoo you get sent out. But of course it's like American reality. So you get all, like I say, like the kind of Hell's Kitchen kind of screaming, shouting, cussing each other out.
I can say this must be like before and after the actual appointment, because you can't be doing that while you're there like doing real precise work. You're like, fuck you.
Yeah. It's more like you say, kind of after, so they get back in the house and then like have their kind of like big brother like, no, fuck you, you're shit. No,
okay. I was gonna say,
like, you just sat there shaking your head but going, next episode. It's addictive.
I think my version would be a better thing to do it under high pressure. Like maybe you've got to cook at the same time or something.
That's it, yeah. Kind of bit lining there.
I want a 5-minute omelette at the same time. There you go.
That's it. Whisking up there as well. Be yeah. Fuck that. I'm sure tattooing's like hard enough, but yeah, throw something else into it. Why not?
It was cool. I mean, it was weird because I was on holiday with my ex April last year. Yeah, so it's just been over a year I've had it.
Okay.
And we were like walking down the road, and there was this tattoo place on the right. Mm-hmm. So we was like, okay, let's go have a look, see what it was. They had a couple of catalogues, and one of the guys didn't really speak English. He was like, you can come back in an hour or whatever.
Right,
there's another guy here because I'm working. You're like, cool. We come back. This massive, huge, big bearded dude comes downstairs. He's like, all right. And you're like, the fuck? He's like, he's just proper huge Essex bloke. And I'm like, what
I was going to say, you're like British.
I'm like, what the fuck? He's just like, yeah, what do you want? Yeah, how can I help? And you're like, what are you doing? He's like, I've been there like 9 years. And you're like, what? So we were just chatting to him, and he was like, yeah, I moved here with my family ages ago. Fell in love with the sea, and I'm a tattoo artist by trade, so I just moved out here. I went,
oh, fair enough.
That is sick. This big, bald, bearded, tattooed, massive dude. And
yeah. Like the stereotypical.
I was like, where are you from? He's like, oh, Essex. And you're like, nice, cool.
Fair play. Yeah. This is exactly what I want. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was sick. We were just chatting to him for a couple of hours while he was doing it. So I got that done.
And sweet.
Yeah, well, she got a palm tree on her leg or something.
Oh, nice.
But he was just a safe bloke. You're like, cool. All right.
He's done a safe job. Phil from Essex.
Yeah, literally.
Nice.
Yeah, banging.
Mate, that's mad. Yeah, to be
really cool.
Portugal. It was Yeah, the woman that did mine in Budapest. I think I just had to. The translation was picture. Like I just basically held up my phone and just kind of pointed at it, and she was like, 40. Yeah, touch. Yeah, 40 quid. No worries. 2 hours done. Cheapest tattoo I've got, and one of the best.
I wonder how much
it was dirt cheap.
When did you go?
I was 2013. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's 7 years ago.
Yeah, I went 14. I went February 14. No,
yeah, I guess.
January 14. Yeah, January or February 14 is when I went.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was basically like 40 quid, and it's I mean, it took her 2 hours, but like 40 quid. It's the cheapest tattoo I've ever had. I mean, that cost me 60, and that's just script.
I'm lying. It's January 15. My bad. That is cool. Yeah, that is cool.
It's mad. But
well, I remember the exchange rate is quite crazy. I took like 400 quid when I went there, and it's like 130 grand in their money.
Oh yeah, because they're foreigners, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they still are. Because went out in November.
Nice.
Just been 2019.
Nice.
Just for like a few days, it was absolutely lovely, and yeah, it's mad when you're like paying for like a kebab, and that's like, I think it was like 330 just for the kebab, and you're there going, sorry,
yeah.
Sorry, I thought like a $5 is expensive for a kebab.
Yeah,
330.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
But yeah, then it works out to be something dirt cheap, like
it's
150 or
exactly,
something.
Exactly, yeah. Well, yeah. I went out with 400 quid and came out with half of it. I'm like, what? Like,
that's mad. And had a sick time.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was beautiful.
Jeez.
So I only went when it was cold. But wherever I see like pictures and stuff in like the summer, it looks amazing. It looks really nice.
Yeah. No, it's the first time 2013 we went in August.
Nice.
And yeah, it was lovely. And then having gone in November, it was cold and rainy, but I mean we still had a really good time. I think that's testament to a place.
Where did you stay when you were there?
Oh shit, I can never remember. So we stayed because it's Buda and Pest, isn't it?
Yeah. So the river divides it. Yeah.
That's it. So we stayed at an Airbnb for the first 2 nights, and then first 3 nights. I can't remember how long we're out there. I think first 2 nights, and the last 2 nights we stayed at Hilton, but on the other side of the river. So I think the first one was is it Buda, which is
Buda's the hill, and then Pest is the
that's it. Yeah. So we stayed in Pest for the like the first 2 nights, which I guess everything's happening. Like you go to the ruin bars, and it's just awesome around there.
Mate,
and then we went to Buda on the other 2 days, I guess we were there for, and it's I don't know, both are lovely, like for their own different reasons. So it's and then you got all I don't know, it's just so nice that I'd happily go again.
Oh mate,
it's just one of those places.
I really want to go back. It's been ages. Cause we're the same thing as you. We got an Airbnb. We had this little hotel flat thing.
Yeah.
Right. So probably about a 5-minute walk from the river. So in the Pest bit.
Oh right.
Yeah, it was sick. Like we walk out, there'd be like a main square, loads of buses going past, and there was like a man-made lake, but there were steps next to it going down underneath it, so it was a bar at night.
Oh right.
So like you'd be in the bar, you look up, it's just water all above your head.
That's mad.
Yeah, it's real cool.
That's
real cool.
Yeah, that's it. Like I find it crazy how I guess there's everything in blocks there, isn't it? I mean, I've never
pretty much never
been to America, but that's my kind of closest.
Yeah, because you've got the main government area, and you've got that dead straight line all the way to the Victory Square Roman bath stuff.
Yeah. We went to the bath as well. See, I was really sick when I came back from Budapest. I was ill for a good week and a half.
Oh shit.
I don't know if it was going in the bath and I swallowed some water or something. Or
yeah, maybe.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
Other than that, it was an awesome place.
Well, is it because it was -6 when we went to the baths, and you walk from it's awesome how they've done it, because obviously you got the big spring in the middle, and then all the way around it is just a ring of changing rooms. Yeah. So we just came out of that and just walked straight in. So you just got to run straight into it. And you're it's bad.
I know, and it's mad. You see all the heat and I guess kind of all the vapor coming off the water and everything. No,
it's crazy. Just they found a natural spring. I went, this will do. Yeah,
this is warm.
Yeah,
we love this one.
You all go in. Well, they got more than one, I think.
Yeah, cause I can't remember the names of it, but we went to the one. Yeah, is it Hero Square where you got the big?
You got a massive statue and column in the middle, and then you got this huge half ring of.
That's right. Yeah, because pretty much behind those baths. Yeah, we went to those.
Yeah, that's why I went. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I guess they're the kind of the main bath which most people go to, because I know there is others.
There's another one on the hill. If you've come out of them, there's another one on the hill back of the river on the left up there.
Right. Okay.
Where the I don't know, like, because you got like a governor's house right at the top, and then it's that way there's a big statue on a hill.
Right, with you. No, it's I don't know. The baths were cool.
Yeah, that was real cool.
Truthfully, like after an hour, like 2 hours, I was a bit like, all right, I'm ready to get out now.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I guess the more of you, the more fun. But I don't know, we had a nice time.
Yeah.
Would I go again? Maybe. Like to Budapest, yeah. The baths.
Yeah.
I've done it. I don't know. To me, it's kind of like a tick
What
list.
What was your favourite part of like that whole trip while you were there?
So there's a couple. I mean, it sounds really, really trashy, but
I expect nothing less.
So there's this incredible kebab shop. Talking about kebabs.
Go on.
And so they're called gyros.
Yeah.
And oh man, so you get your gyros. Now I can't have dairy, so I get it without the natural yogurt, I guess, on it, or the yogurt dressing, but extra chili sauce on there. And it's so cheap. Like I said, it's like $1.50.
Yep.
Then you get your baklava, baklava. They're like sweet.
I think either's okay.
Oh man, that one you kind of have to sacrifice. There's probably butter in there, but it's worth it. But yeah, you get that. You get your you get a couple of kebabs and a couple of like the baklava at the end. That there, like the food wise, that's by far the best for me. Like we had nice meals and everything, but that was just incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I think just because you can't get it here, and like you go to England, you have a kebab, they all taste great when you're pissed, terrible when you're sober. These are ones where like you can be stone cold sober.
Yeah.
And it's just like every bite is perfect.
Yeah. I feel you.
But yeah, so like that was part of it. And I guess the other, I think, to be honest, also going to the ruin bars. Like there's, when you go in at night, obviously, but like, I don't know, it's just amazing. Like it's all kind of great music playing. Like there's just like such a crazy buzz, and like all the different kind of like areas of it is just so different to one another.
So the ruin bars that you went, how many did you go to? As in, okay, so you went to more than one.
Yeah, I think so. Cause we basically went down this. I mean, I say more than one. I don't know if it's true, but we went down like this road, and then everyone's queuing up, and then you go through, and then it's almost like there's lots of different kind of bars, I guess, within the ruins. So like, there'll be like, say, like, I don't know, like 6 downstairs, and then you go upstairs, and then there's all these like plants and everything over like the balcony, and then one bar's different there, one bar's different there. Yeah. So I guess maybe like if you take it all into account, we went to one. But we liked it so much, we went back there like I think twice, 3 times. Okay. Just because it was great, but I'm sure there's like loads across Budapest.
Because was it because we went to one. Yeah. I can't remember if it's classed as a ruin bar. So did the ones you go to actually have like, was it actually like dilapidated and falling apart, or was it just like a building they turned into a bar?
Oh god, it's tricky because it doesn't take me much to get pissed. So I was rather...
Likewise, mate. Yeah.
I was rather wavy.
I look at a bottle of gin and I'm done. There you go.
Just the fumes of vodka and I'm gone.
No, just reading the label. That's barely an exaggeration. I'm not joking.
I like that. Glad it's not just me. Yeah. Yeah, I think like I remember there being like damaged buildings, or damage to the building. Maybe I feel like maybe it was more internal than external. So there wasn't kind of like anything obvious. Okay. I guess it was kind of in the middle of like one of these. Is it Utka? You know, like the long roads they call it. UTCA.
I'm good.
It was just off.
Take your word for it. I'll bend to that. I'll say that.
Yeah, it was definitely that. I speak like I've got some kind of authority.
You can speak the Magyar language, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think we went to kind of like one of the popular ones, which most tourists go to. Plus, it was only a 5-minute walk from where we're like the Airbnb we're staying. We definitely went to that one because it was good. Because
I went to one I think was called Zimpler. I think it was called.
Okay.
But we because I went with my ex when I went there.
Sure.
We like loads of touristy shit. It was really cool because it was we booked loads of it beforehand. Yeah. And we expected, okay, it's gonna be us and like 20 other people. But for each thing we booked it was literally just us. So we got like a private tour of different stuff, which is really cool.
Oh, awesome.
But they finished the tour with us outside this place. They said, you guys have got to go in here because it's, for these reasons. And you basically go in. It's this massive 3-story long house that was belongs to this massive family that was basically kicked out by the Nazis and like all dragged away and whatever.
Yeah, sure.
And in memory of them, they basically turned this whole thing into a bar. And as you go in, there's like these pots and pens of pens and shit everywhere. Right. And you go in, and it's a huge building. It's like 3 stories, different levels, all really far back. But every square inch of every item, every wall, every window frame is covered in people's names, because they basically give you pens to say write wherever you want, wherever you want.
Right.
And it's amazing. Well, I've got in Budapest. I've got like my name written on the wall, like for as long as that building stands now. But it was really cool. But
oh sweet, yeah, because we went to this bar, and you know, I think same sort of idea where like you can basically they give you like your paper and then you can write and stick it to the wall. But they had like loads of like hay or something like all over the floor. And they'd have like, I mean, it was kind of awful, but also amazing at the same. You know, it's like a very bizarre kind of place to be in. You'd look at it, if it's in England, you just wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. But like over there, you're a tourist, and you're like, this is incredible. I can write my name on it. And but it was one of these places where they'd have like loads of peanuts around, like just for free, like all the time. So you're drinking out of your peanuts, but you don't put them like on a plate and they go in a bin. You just wipe it onto the floor.
Interesting.
Which I don't know. To me, I mean that was also a really cool place, but to me it's just weird. Like,
well, I guess it's part of the thing, and they might just get a broom each night and be like, it's just whatever. But it was cool how they done it because
it was filthy.
I can imagine. It was
peanuts everywhere.
It was cool doing like going to that place and seeing Budapest as well and getting like a proper tour. Because I didn't realize this was invaded by the Germans, then crushed back through by the Russians, and they destroyed a lot of it, rebuilt a lot of it. That's why you see all these weird buildings everywhere. But so like in there we had like these. They'd basically taken old like war like vehicles and memorials and shit and turned them into tables and chairs and sofas and stuff. So they had like a car, cut it in half, pushed it, got rid of that stuff and made it into a sofa, like a table in the middle.
Oh shit.
But it was sick. It was so sick. But like you walk in, like you got like a little foyer area, go right through, right at the top. It's like 3 stories up, so it goes like this, and then I'll walk away either side.
Okay, yeah.
But right at the top, on like this mesh decking, it's a DJ set. So he's just stood on this mesh thing above you, and you're like, what
Fair
the
enough.
fuck?
Fair enough.
But we drank a bottle of wine, just a bottle of white wine that night. We woke up the next day. We couldn't open our eyelids because the hangover was so bad.
Jesus.
Like, I had to like my ex couldn't get out of the bed. She was in so much pain, and it was like getting my head crushed by a vice while getting drilled through the front of my head, and I had to go out like stumbling around in a place no one understands what I'm saying. I don't understand what they're saying.
No.
Crippling pain, trying to find like paracetamol or something. And I was just like,
like a junkie walking about there.
Dude, it was
drugs.
It was something else.
Jeez, no, that's what was it, like some kind of like homemade wine?
Couldn't tell you. I've no idea.
What's the percentage? Don't know. Drink up.
Don't know. Yeah, I've literally.
Good luck.
I don't know what it was because we done before we went there, we'd done a like a dinner cruise. So basically, you go on a boat and go up and down the river.
See, we wanted to do that, but we never got around to booking it.
Excellent, because it's like an all you can eat thing and shit as well.
It's on the Danube, isn't it?
Yeah.
Danube. Yeah.
Yeah. So we call it the Danube. They call it the Duna. It's like this is so confusing.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, so you just go up and down and you get all the food. And you get like complimentary wine and shit. Amazing, beautiful.
Yeah.
But then we had wine there, and then we went back. So I don't know if it was like the mix maybe, or maybe the one they gave us literally was just like acid. I don't know.
Just drink up and enjoy the shit music.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, I will say from like the kind of bars we were in, the music, I don't know, it just seemed better. It once again, I mean, it might just be like kind of. You're in a different country. You're in a complete different location. You think it's better. It's probably the same crap as what they play here. I just don't go to clubs. I've
only ever been to one club where I was like, I'm not leaving this place, and that was a place called Mr. Wolf in Bristol. It was jazz and rap.
Rap.
Literally.
Okay.
I walked in. I was like, I am home. It was fucking incredible. It was alternate. No, jazz is the wrong word. It was like funk rock and jazz. So the beats were all banging.
I was gonna say
and rap. Sorry. So the beats were all sick. I was just rapping on the top of it. I was like, this. It was like metal, funk, like hip hop drumming,
sick.
And then just whatever rap.
I was
like,
gonna say,
I was
excellent. Trying to work it out with jazz because.
Yeah, okay, jazz. Jazz is the wrong word, but the beats were just so sick.
Like funky, jazzy, metally,
yeah,
rocky.
Yeah,
sick.
Yeah, I was I am not leaving. This is so good.
I think the last clubs I was in was in like Birmingham.
Fair play.
I mean, awesome clubs. Don't get me wrong, but I mean they're all the same as like Reading clubs. It's all slightly overpriced drinks on a Saturday. It's
overpriced drinks for sure, but Reading is a special kind of shit when it comes to clubs. Special level of bollocks.
No, I'll give you that. Reading is From what I've gone to in Reading, it's pretty piss poor.
When was the last time you went out like deliberately like clubbing?
Jesus. I think it was probably Reading actually. Of course, like most single lads at the time. We're going to go out. We're going to find the love of our life. It's going to be a fucking great night. It's not. It's a shit night.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
I think I threw up outside Purple Turtle.
As everyone does. It's
understandably didn't get let in.
It's part of the night. You got to tick off the list every time you go out, mate.
And that was a shame because I think that's one of the only like decent places to go.
Turtle's good. Yeah.
So then we tried to get into, what is it, Q Club? Awful.
Awful.
I mean, terrible place anyway.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, yeah, that's it. Because what's it you do? You go and pre-in Spoons in Wokingham and then hop on the train across to...
What do you get? Tavern or Raglan?
No, it was...
Don't tell me you did Red Lion.
No. What was the Spoons called there?
Broad Street Tavern.
Maybe it was that one then.
Okay, cool.
No, that's in Reading, isn't it? The one in Wokingham.
In Wokingham, so it's like if you'd come out of Waitrose.
Manners Bracknell. Oh no, it's really gonna confuse me now. The Spoons in Wokingham.
So it's the one. I think it's next to.
It's got the club just by it.
Oh.
I don't know if you know what I'm on about.
Might be the ship. Might be the ship then.
It will come to me.
Yeah,
like you'll get a message from me about.
It might be the ship or maybe the station tap. I think they changed the name. But yeah, it was like Molly Miller's. It was like Miller's or something.
Oh yeah, Molly Miller's was or is by the station. See, it shows I've not been to a pub. Well,
no, because it was Molly Miller's and they changed it to Station Tap.
Right, with you. Yeah, because haven't they got? Yeah, station. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Gig House.
Gig. Yeah, got yeah.
That was it. So yeah, you'd pre there get this. Pissed on what was it like Jaeger bombs and tequila slammers, but I do like a Desperados.
I stopped drinking it when I realised it wasn't beer with a shot of tequila in. It's just tequila flavoured beer, and I was like, "You're fucking lying." See, I was like, "You're fucking lying to me." I'm like, I literally refused to drink it again. I haven't drunk it since. Because I was like, sweet, I'm getting a little bit of extra for the same price. I was like, yeah, I'm being deadly serious. That's what it is. It's just flavoured. It's not actually tequila. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, mate. Well, that's why I refuse to drink it now.
My day's been ruined
twice.
Fucking Right, so you've just ruined it with the realisation that, Desperados is just tequila flavoured beer. Right. But then I saw one on Instagram with these memes and, like these TikTok ones where you got someone that's kind of like reacting to a picture or something and it's just like, really sad music. Yeah. One was, do you know, it's not Fox, but... I can't think of the studio, but where you got the lion doing the big roar?
THX.
Is it THX?
Or It's not Lonsdale because that's the...
that's the like sports...
sorry, Lucasfilm. So I think it's THX, I'm sure. I'm sure it's THX. Or it might be... You're right, it's Lucasfilm. Sorry, Lucasfilm.
Does it begin with an M?
It's not Miramax.
No. THX.
THX.
Whatever it is. The one with the lion like doing the big...
Or Golden... I know. I can literally picture in my head, but I can't name it.
Exactly.
Yeah, go on.
So it had.
Don't tell me it died.
No. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
But no. So it was this guy, and basically the caption was, "My childhood has been ruined."
Right.
And it was a picture. So obviously we're used to seeing the lion from the front, right, doing the big kind of like roar and everything.
Yeah.
Well, it was the screen behind, and it was the lion literally just like kind of like tied up on the bed, like. Behind it. It sounds really bad, and I guess it is. But basically, it's like
so the lion was real,
like it's a real lion,
but they just immobilized it.
Essentially,
fuck.
Just basically kind of restraining it, so it doesn't, so just it looked relatively like peaceful. I mean, I don't know because I didn't inspect it for long. I was just like, holy shit. But yeah, it was on this. You got to assume it's real, or maybe assume it's not real. But yeah, it was basically. It's not just a lion free roaring. It's a lion basically tied up to a bed.
Why a bed? That's really weird.
I don't know. Like one of the kind of like like a chiropractor's bed or something. Like one of those.
Still, why is it on a chiropractor's bed? What kind of shit are you into, mate? Come on.
It came up for you, right? It wasn't just my feet.
Suggest.
I thought this was a podcast, not an interrogation.
Suggested videos, yeah. Yeah, I'm not trying to think there's anything else that we can do to ruin. We could do spoiler alerts for people if you haven't seen certain things. We could do that.
We could. My film knowledge is appalling. I mean, most things.
Okay, fair enough.
I can't handle my drink. Don't know many films.
It's because you're locked in here all day. That's why, mate.
I'm locked in here. Which there's worse places to be locked.
I was gonna say, mate, that's because whenever I speak to people who have, they've been like, oh, I've never seen this film, that film, I don't know this, don't know that, and you're like, you kind of jokingly, you're like, what have you been doing? And they're like, well, one dude he's
I've been jamming.
Well, I like build computers. I go out in the woods. One guy, I used to work for me.
Yeah.
He said him and his brothers have only just got an Xbox. He's like in his 20s.
Oh right.
And I was like, oh really? What have you been doing? He's like, well, where we live, there's like a big woods behind us, so we just play in the woods for like the last 20 years or whatever. And I was like, that is awesome.
I was gonna say, yeah, like, yeah, I guess, I don't know. I've always kind of grown up with a PlayStation, and I could have been a hell of a lot more productive.
Likewise.
But equally, they could have. Yeah, I guess it's the same. You could be more productive instead of just playing in the woods. But it's your environment, isn't it? It's like what you're brought up around.
I mean, I think he was pretty productive. I think because you were playing in the woods, you've got. I mean, that wasn't all he did, but that was what he did instead of Xbox. So like we do, back in the day, you go to school. You then after have like a music lesson, or you'd have like a club after school. Come home, homework, Xbox, bed. Whereas they just took out the Xbox and did I'm gonna make my own bow or whatever.
That's mad. It's
really cool because he was like, we'd make our own like bows and arrows and go fire with trees, and you're like, that's really cool.
Now you've been playing Xbox recently, haven't you?
I did in the beginning of lockdown.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And then like towards like halfway through, I was like, my brain just turned to mush.
I had to do the same. It was
so bad.
Yeah, I was replaying through I was playing like Warzone, like I guess most people.
Yep.
And I was like, right, I'm gonna try and be kind of. So yeah, I was then playing through Dark Souls again, and was like, no, I need to.
It's gonna give you nightmares playing fucking Dark Souls, though.
Give me heart palpitations.
Yeah.
The stress induced in that. And that's when I went, right, I'm gonna kind of get back into my music and try and kind of cut it. But yeah, it does. I've definitely been more productive since not playing PlayStation nearly as much.
Well, I think for you though, it hasn't been when the lockdown first started, because you're. For those who don't know, tell everyone what you do for money as is.
I'm a food delivery driver.
Yeah, so for you, it's been real busy. So what's how many days were you working like on average a week?
5.
Okay, so a normal
5
week really.
So because I'm studying as well, I typically was doing 3.
Yeah.
Like 3 kind of evening shifts a week, and I do a bit of teaching as well. Yeah, it's a little bit of guitar and ukulele.
Nice.
But yeah, so just kind of doing 5 now, but it's like kind of a normal 8-hour shift there now is like the equivalent of kind of like, I don't know, like 12 of what it would have used to have been. So
we've got just because of workload.
It's just it just became like absolutely crazy. So obviously everyone, especially at the start, was into lockdown, so people would either have to go to shops and like queue up for like hours, or they would be trying to get onto online delivery. So yeah, I think like it's just been ridiculous in the amount of people that are now using it, which is good on one hand. On the other hand, it's made me a hell of a lot more tired. I know that people around me, so with people going off sick and everything, it's just kind of mental. So yeah, at the start of lockdown, I think it was really nice that you come home absolutely shattered. So it was nice to kind of have that escapism. Yeah, like jumping on the PlayStation. But I think then, like, I wasn't kind of achieving anything other than, like, you wake up, go to work, come home tired, play a bit of PlayStation, just repeat. So my lockdown was kind of a really rubbish, boring start. I've, kind of become a hell of a lot more used to it now because we're still crazy busy. Yeah. Obviously, I was working, before I saw you. The only good thing is it's given me, like, regular hours now because usually, like, you flex, whereas now I kind of do, like, usually 6 till 2. Like, kind of 5 days a week.
Decent,
which is all right.
Yeah.
Early start, but early finish.
Yeah. Well, I guess with I guess for you, because you have like, as you said, because you're working pretty much normal days, and normal sort of hours. I guess it's like pretty much the same. It's just like, I guess everyone around. How's it been with like the rest of your family here? What are they doing work wise?
So my sister's actually just become she was going off to uni in September, but has decided to take a gap year, which I think's a nice way, as especially some universities are going to be doing online.
Yeah, it's a good move right now.
So yeah, it gives her a year off. So she's actually now working at the same shop, picking. And it works well for her. It's a little part-time job. And then Dad's been working from home. Mum's been working from home. So it's only really been kind of me, and my sister recently that have gone out anywhere. So I don't know. I guess like most houses, we've pretty much just stayed in the whole time, and they've just adapted to working online all the time.
Well, what do your folks do?
So Dad works in computer security. Something.
Nice.
No ideas. It's all a bit secretive. I
would
would like to say as a spy, it's probably just like payroll stuff.
Yeah, that's all. Well, I mean, cybersecurity is some big fucking money there.
Yeah. So he's been able to work from home, which is good. And then Mum's a music teacher. So she's been relying on Zoom, which is I mean that's what my course predominantly is on anyway.
Yeah.
But I think Zoom during lockdown for like so many people has been an absolute send. I should have got shares in Zoom at this like before lockdown.
Oh mate, all of us. Jesus Christ.
That would have been a touch. I wouldn't be worrying about buying new mic stands and tattoos if I had shares in them.
I'm only worried about tattoos because it's like a 3-month waiting list. Because the one
there is
one to me,
well.
I'm like booked in, and they're like, yeah, well, you decided to redo the tattoo studio, and you're like, okay, fine. And they've got 12 weeks of appointments to go through.
Jesus. Yeah. See, I did. I saw a lot of tattoo artists. I guess kind of lots of competitions, just running like music stuff, tattoo stuff.
Yeah.
Just everything.
Yeah, they're real cool.
I should have, some of them were doing like, £5 a ticket,
Mm-hmm.
10 quid a ticket, and that can win you a day session. I should have entered some of them.
Yeah.
But no, I kind of missed out on that boat. So yeah, now I'm planning on booking the tattoo. I'm aiming for kind of October around my birthday.
Cool.
So yeah, I messaged him today. So at some point you'll see me and I'll have a new tattoo.
Oh, likewise, mate.
That's the goal. That's it. We'll be inked up again together.
Yeah, we'll get that. Well, need to actually build on it because I've got
sorted.
I was gonna get my next one was gonna be sticking with like the Greek theme. I was gonna get Atlas up here.
Oh, mad.
But then like the original, not the holding up the earth, but holding up the sky, because that was his original job.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But then I realised that I'm probably going to change in shape, so I don't really want him to stretch or anything. So what I'll do is I'll wait a few years.
Yeah.
But I'll have it on my back instead.
I guess. Yeah. So I mean, I guess on the stretching thing, from lots of, because I did when I used to go to the gym, I would worry about suddenly
in another lifetime.
In another lifetime, I would worry that suddenly I would become so big that my tattoos would stretch. So from what I've read, unless you're going to suddenly start taking steroids, which I very highly doubt you would, your tattoos kind of stretch. Like as long as you're kind of like, say you're growing, like bigger, your tattoos basically kind of stretch naturally with your skin as it expands.
Cool.
So if you kind of do it like with normal human rate of growth, it doesn't suddenly look like it's stretched. Like if you, cool. I guess like over like, I don't know, 15 years went from your size to like the Hulk size, it would need touching up. I think, because that's massive. But I think if you suddenly started like becoming a steroid abuser, then potentially. But then you get stretch marks and everything anyway, don't they?
Yeah. No, I've
but back,
that,
that's a big area to play with.
Well, that's why I thought I'd wait with it because that'd be a sick one to get on there because like
that'd be many days of getting that. So
it'd be sick.
When you say holding the sky,
so he was to get all mythological. He was basically defeated by Zeus because he was a Titan defeated by Zeus, and he was put on top of, I think it was Mount Tethys, one of them. Okay. And he was charged with holding up between where the sky touches the earth because they're trying to always meet because you got Gaia and
keeping
Uranus.
The balance sort of thing.
Yeah, so you got Gaia and Uranus, so they created the Titans, and so their job is to keep whoever holds that up has got to keep them apart, otherwise the world implodes.
Right. Okay.
So he's basically like on one knee, holding up the sky, and it's like the sky is the universe. So my idea would be like that. He's holding it up, and then he's got like a big upside down triangle like that, and there's like planets and stars and the sun and shit. That'd be quite cool.
That will be incredible.
Well, that's why I think back is awesome because it's a big canvas to play with.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some. I'll have to show you after this. Yeah. Remind me. There's someone that got like a Greek theme sleeve. It's a huge, like it's crazy hyper realistic. Yeah. But he managed to like get it all done in one sitting, a full sleeve. I mean, this thing is fucking detailed. Like I need to look at this guy if I fancy I imagine he like charges a fair bit, but but like you can get a lot on your arm, but if you're playing with your back, I reckon you got some good real estate there.
It's just a huge amount of space. I thought let's do it.
It's got an Ink Master.
It's a big
it could come out terribly depending on who you get, but equally you could have a masterpiece and it costs you nothing.
I'm not about reality shows. Not feeling that. Have you seen? I was listening to these guys on the way, and they were basically discussing so have you seen that Will Smith and his wife are like
I've seen the memes. I've seen the memes. I haven't seen the
you know what's going on there, right?
Roughly the wife was knobbing his the wife was knobbing Willow's mate.
Yeah.
And Willow's
literally pretty much.
Okay.
And the theory of these guys was saying that the reason they are having a fucking like televised conversation between the two of them about it.
Yeah.
Is because they've been shut away for lockdown, and this is how they get their attention, and then they get it back. And like a lot of these actors and people are doing all these weird shit because they need the attention.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they've been stripped down to civilian status, essentially.
Exactly. They're not
during lockdown,
not celebrities.
Different to us, other than their bank.
Yeah, no one cares.
Who was that celebrity that was crying in his mansion? Is that awful singer?
Singer.
Yeah.
Brooks. I
Christ.
don't know.
Sam Smith, I think that was it, wasn't he?
Smith. I don't. His voice makes me want to hurt someone.
Jealous? Yes, I would very much like to be that successful, of course. But equally, I don't like. Yeah, but I'm sure there was. Yeah, he was basically crying about being stuck in lockdown.
Well, and
it's like, welcome to our life.
I've only listened to comedians like throughout this time because otherwise I'll go mad.
Yeah.
But they're just taking the piss out of like Ellen, Alec Baldwin, all of these idiot like the dickheads at the beginning of this lockdown when they all came together and sung Imagine. And you're like, did you see that?
I did.
Oh my god, you fucking inconsiderate cunts.
But then some of them, like, I mean, I can't sing. Some of them can't sing.
Oh, likewise.
But some of them just going full fucking diva, doing all these runs on it, and you're there going, not only is this a bit of a shitty kind of
first of all, it's not good, which is the real crime.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second of all, you lot are the words you're singing are "Imagine there's no heaven," and you're saying that to people who've lost their jobs, stuck at home,
lost their loved ones,
stuck at home in potentially abusive relationships from partners, family members, whatever, and you're with your millions. Because you want some more attention to feed that weird psychosis of your brain. You're like, what is wrong with you?
I mean, jumping back to what you're saying then with Will Smith and Jada?
I'm confused because you've got Jaden, who's the son, and Jada, who's the mum. And, I've just realised Will's the dad, Willow's the daughter. Oh, God.
Fair enough.
God.
If they weren't famous, it would be tragic. I mean,
it's like Kanye West and his kid.
Oh,
Northwest.
Yeah, Northwest.
Her name is North. Fuck.
Next one will be called like East.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, that makes sense. Kind of how they're bouncing back to their celebrity life. I guess kind of televise your bullshit.
Clawing it back, but you can see like what's her face. She's like having a great time, but Will just looks broken.
Oh,
and you're like,
yeah. But I've seen a lot of stuff about kind of like men's mental health. About how it's just not taken seriously, and I get it why. That's just funny because it's not actually because someone was explaining to me the other day. I thought okay, fine, it's a lawsuit against she's suing him, and it's like no, he is suing the paper that talked about it, saying it's wrong. I was like, that's not even remotely interesting. Then I don't give a shit about his lawsuit against the newspaper. It's boring. It's because it's essentially you're right. It's basically the lawsuit from a very quick read over it is from what I can gauge from it, at least what like Sky are reporting every day. Is what is it? It's basically like you're right. It's I think the Sun made an article calling him like they stated him like as a wife beater, like it was a fact, the wife beater, something like that. So I think he's suing the Sun, yet the case is basically is he a wife beater or not? So it's basically the case itself is. She's got all these pictures supposedly, and then they're saying like these are kind of doctored and everything, like she's made it up, and I don't know enough about the details from the case, but from what I've seen, it's basically do we believe him or her? And it looks there's my dog.
Yeah, your dog.
And it looks like kind of for at least from what I've seen, it's on Johnny's side. Like
I think. Do you want to let him
in? Yeah, I'll quickly let him in.
Yeah.
Good to see my doggy.
No, it's gone somewhere else.
That was very anticlimactic.
It was. I think it's also a case of it's like a Chris Brown Rihanna kind of thing where they're both to blame.
Yeah.
From what I understand, so it's kind of like
it didn't sound a healthy relationship to say the least.
Well, do you know he spends $30,000 a month on wine?
On wine.
Yeah, but to put it in perspective, that's like 4 bottles.
Yeah, I was going to say his wine's going to be a bit more than the kind of so it's £7 pushing the boat out.
Literally,
for me,
it's not like 30. It's not like £30,000 worth of Blossom Hill. It's like it's like $6,000 a bottle.
Jeez. Oh, I mean, right. Here's the thing.
And you're like, fair enough.
2 glasses, I'm smashed. He needs to lose a bit of weight. Stop drinking for like a year.
Yeah.
2 glasses, he would save himself a fortune.
I don't think that
He
is
would.
a problem for him. You know he owns the he owns the street he lives on, right?
It doesn't matter. I'm telling you now.
All right.
30 grand.
Johnny, I hope you're listening, mate. This is health advice.
Health advice, financial advice. I'll just take a 5 grand cut.
This is a man who's got significant experience in law. So he'd be able to help you in many aspects of your life.
Yes.
Especially libel.
Especially libel, yeah. I can help you through your case.
Yeah. What's your email address?
Send me the money.
Yeah.
At gmail.com.
Yeah, that's good.
Jeez.
Imagine being like a lawyer for imagine being a lawyer for like someone who's that famous and that rich.
I think it must be so. See, Johnny Depp, like someone like him, seems to have his like he's like a rock star, really. But like,
he is. He travelled the world playing music for a year.
Did he?
Yeah, like 2 years ago. Yeah,
shit, that would explain a lot then.
Yeah, he literally is a rock star. Yeah,
he is a rock star.
Yeah.
But he also seems to have his head screwed on. I think some of these celebrities, like especially like the Love Island sort of.
No, that's
morons.
That's an insult. That's 5 rungs below.
So obviously
that's like F level.
Obviously, like Johnny Depp's up here.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is just because off the top of my head, like someone completely fucking brain dead. Like
so
that's
the
a
entire
celebrity.
cast of Love Island.
That's why I'm thinking like it's an easy picking for me. Right?
Yeah.
If you were to try, if they had done something like I guess like libel or something, you were trying to explain to them law and like the statutes and everything.
Yeah.
Trying to actually explain to them what they've done by law is wrong, or what's happened against them is wrong.
Yeah.
I think must be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, they wouldn't get it.
I only called him a cunt. I only called him a cheating prick.
And you're like, okay, but did it actually happen? It's like, yeah, and they'd be like, did it have to happen, or I could just say it?
Yeah, I mean, it must be an absolute nightmare trying to explain to some of these idiots that. I mean, why are you famous? Socks on, off on TV. Well, then again, what's her name? Kanye's wife.
Kim Kardashian, yeah.
She had a kind of route to that helped. It helped. I'm not saying that's why she's famous, but I'm sure a successful sex tape can help.
Well, I mean, I haven't even seen it, and like,
no, I've not watched it, but
I can't imagine like
very aware.
I can't imagine they'd be very good. Who else did one as well? Not
Paris Hilton.
No, the what's her face from N-Dubs. What's her face from N-Dubs did as well.
Oh,
she did.
Talisa.
That's it. Yeah.
Talisa Stacey? No. Yeah.
I think Talisa's about right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like,
was it with one of the N-Dubs people?
I think it was like an ex-boyfriend who like released it or something.
Oh, that's shit. That's bad.
That's real. Well, I mean, it's illegal now, isn't it?
Yeah, fucking right. It's like revenge porn.
Yeah.
It's,
I don't think it was at the time though. I think it was when that sort of shit started coming out. They were like, okay, we need to put some laws in because this technology is available.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean that's a bad move. But equally, like, okay, sorry, yeah, that is slightly different though because it was done after the fact. It's not for a reason, and she didn't release it either. But that's something different. Yeah.
But that's something I did find very useful when working in law. Was someone said to me, if they have to change the law because of technology, it was a shit law to start with. Like if you think about some like the basic laws, regardless of like murder, right?
Yeah,
like technology, the world's changed so much. I mean, granted, like murder, but equally that the law on murder is very, very like no matter what's kind of changed in the world, they've clearly got the law right.
I get, but you know, filming someone having sex and then releasing it against their will, that is, you know.
Yeah,
the filming against the releasing against their will, not the filming. Yeah. That is, you know, it's revenge porn, as you say. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's really nuanced. That's really specific.
Yeah, no, that's. But okay, to try and kind of.
I know where you're coming from, but it's like when these laws were first put in, no one saw fucking camera or film coming out.
So on that note, trying to take a light-hearted kind of look at the past and regarding more on the law.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there was anything about revenge porn in the form of like art? You know, so
no, is the answer.
No, I didn't think so.
I get where you're coming from, but I guess.
But yeah, like you say, I guess actually in that case, laws and statutes.
Actually, no. You could be on something, but I think it's less of a to do with law and more to do with religion.
Okay.
Like you still have today with Islam, whereas it's a great offence to draw Muhammad.
Yes.
Which is why the Texas has a draw Muhammad competition every year, which is pretty fucking funny, I must say.
It's
that was very
Texas. I don't know. There's been some very interesting,
you know what
bad stories.
You know what that was in response to, though, right?
Was that in response to that French media company or newspaper or something?
Exactly. So anyone who doesn't know, it was a French magazine cartoonist called Charlie Hebdo, and they did like a satire piece, and then they probably got shot for drawing Mohammed. The Texas saw it and went, we can do better than that, partner. And they just did the whole town did a draw Mohammed.
I was going to say this. They gave no fucks. They gave no fucks.
I think also they gave no shit, and this is the reason they gave no shit is that they did it, and then like some radicalists turned up to try and like shoot up a church, and everyone turned around and just gunned them down because it's an open carry state, so they've all got everyone's armed.
Oh my god!
And like
I didn't know that part.
These two dudes tried to be like, this is offensive, you're going to hell because you insulted Allah, and they went all right, and everyone just fucking killed them.
Oh my god! I love it.
It makes me so happy. I love it.
Fair enough. I mean, it's fucked. That's fucked. I mean, it's all fucked. I mean, that's a whole other like topic, isn't it? Freedom of speech and whatnot.
Or Texas,
freedom of speech, Texas. Yeah. Not too sure. Well, I don't know. I've never been to Texas, but
I'd be interested to go.
I think I'd be interested to go. Would I ever actually go? No. I think would I book to go? No.
Definitely go to America. I've been to Florida. That was cool.
Yes, I've never been to America.
It's cool.
Never been, but I would like to go. Texas, I'll avoid. Although it would be cool, like if I was touring America, I think you would want to stop by Texas just to tick it off. And
well, here's what I'm hearing, because I listen to, I'm probably leaning more towards like American, let's say influencers or comedians or speakers. Or whatever, okay. More than English, because like most of the ones here are just boring anyway. But yeah, I mean, from what I'm hearing, a lot of people are moving from like California, for example, because the laws there are just nuts. Like they just don't make sense. Like because of California law, there's Skid Row where all the homeless people are has like tripled in size, and they've made it illegal. They changed the law so that a homeless person's possessions are their sovereign possession. So if they've got a trolley full of needles and bottles and their bags of their own shit, it's illegal for anyone to take it off them, and police can't move them along because that's their property.
Right.
They've done that in San Francisco as well, the same shit. And there's so many people literally taking dumps in the street. They've made an app so you can know how to avoid it. But because of that, loads of people are leaving California and LA and stuff. Like Apple's moving out, Microsoft's gone, Verizon's going. They're all moving because
where are they moving? I don't expect but
Texas.
Really?
They go to Texas because you've got so much more freedom there. Like, typical American fashion.
Yeah, sure.
You haven't got as many. You still got like health and safety regulations, but you haven't got like this. California's got like, this weird triple double income business tax. Whereas Texas doesn't have that, so they're like, they've got corporate tax, sorry, and but they've taken it, and all their laws are just fucking weird, and you're like, okay,
yeah, because I've never, I mean, I don't live in America, I don't have any intention of living over there, but they have to, regardless, even if they're employed, they still have to do taxes, don't they? Like their own.
Yes, yeah. So it's not like us where it's over a certain level, or self-employed where you've got to do your own books.
Yeah, like it makes sense. You're self-employed. You have to do your own like tax.
Yeah, because no one's gonna do it.
But like, I was gonna say, Jonna.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's happened there. Is that still gonna be recording?
I don't know with that one.
Well, the that's still going. So that's okay. So I can put them together if need be. But this is on Do Not Disturb, so it shouldn't have done anything. It's already called me twice as well. For anyone who's listening, I've got someone who's calling me, so is that going again?
Is that paused? Yeah, it looks
stopped. Alright, fuck, I'll just go again.
That's alright.
Let's just change that so no one can fucking get hold of me. What the fuck is going on with this thing? Okay, go away. There we are. Yeah, we're still good. Still good.
No, that's all right.
Cool, sweet.
Logic seems to record for a good old amount of time.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, it still keeps, it just keeps on going, which is good. Sweet. All right, that's fine. What were we saying?
Texas
law. Texas law. Something. Yeah, whatever.
Maybe.
But yeah,
yeah.
Living there. Yeah,
yes.
I agree. I don't know if I live there. I definitely want to see more of it because it's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't know where to go. I think I'll probably end up just going to New York, as I've never been, and don't know, the pictures look nice.
Yeah, Orlando's cool, Florida's cool. So yeah, I'd recommend.
All that, yeah. Speaking of text and funny stories, I've heard a lot from Florida, especially during all this, Corona.
Because people just, I think the Florida people, I think it's a cool place to go. We went because there was just all the amusement parks, which are so sick.
Right, of course, yeah, they've got everything out there.
Yeah, you've literally got everything. Universal Studios, Kennedy Space Station, Disneyland, all that stuff.
Jeez.
So yeah, we went to NASA. That was awesome.
Oh, sick.
Yes, it was so cool.
Right, maybe I will go to Florida.
Do it. Well, we went to this. So we went to Kennedy Space Center. So you walk up, it's this massive, massive building. It's like someone, I can't think how big. It's this colossal building which has got this massive NASA sign on the side of it, and you're like,
right,
this is some cool shit here. But we did this. We went inside, and they've got like one of the shuttles that they've managed to bring back. It's in there. Another one's taken apart, so you can see all the stuff.
Yeah.
But we went to this. Like they had this massive, like slightly bigger than an IMAX screen, and it was video footage and narration. But I think it was by like Leo DiCaprio or something. But it was of the images that the Hubble has taken and the video the Hubble's taken, and you're like, what the fuck? It's ridiculous the shit you can see. It's like the other side. Like there's one bit with like this big giant. Like, so you're seeing all the stars and planets and stuff.
Yeah.
But on like this massive screen, and there was one bit which was this giant, like pink nebulous cloud, and these little like specks, and the narration was like, "Oh yeah, those are stars being born," and you're like,
"Jesus,
what?"
Oh, fair.
And they're like, "Yeah, over time these stars will move," and you're like, "What the fuck?"
That's actually crazy.
It's amazing. It's cool. I definitely recommend going. It's really good.
Yeah, no, I would like to. I think it's just I think what's always put me off is the cost of they're not cheap flights out to America.
No.
It's an investment. But it would be cool. I guess it's something, I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
At some point. Maybe one day I'll find myself in America.
I'm sure you can, mate. No rush. You've got time on your side.
That's it. 24 years young, mate.
His birthday's October. Okay, so you're just after me. I'm August.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I think in terms of school years, you would have been year above me.
If you're October, yeah. Yeah, because I'm like 6
Just
days from the cut off, yeah. Yeah,
No,
I was
that's
supposed to be 8th of September, so I would have been same as you.
Good year, 95.
Yeah, very good year. Yeah, no, I was 3 weeks early.
I have no idea. I was probably late.
Yeah. Is that because you're late for everything else?
I was gonna say, yeah. I probably was. It wouldn't make. Yeah, it would make sense. My time management is quite poor.
Do you reckon there's a correlation to that? Like, if you're born early or late, that means you're early or late to things. Probably not, but that'd be funny to say.
I was gonna say it'd be one of those statistics. I'd like to look and go, oh yeah. It's probably no more than that, but that'd be cool.
Pointless, meaningless, unhelpful statistics, but it's just.
Well, I think it's one of those ones you'd love to just like at a pub quiz that would come up and you'd be like, I know this one.
Yeah. I'd be like, this is why. This is why. And they're all like, what? Yeah.
Look at you going, well.
How do you know this? You're like, okay, don't worry about it. Just trust me.
Won us a point, boys.
Yeah, don't question it. Just take it, man.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting one. Pointless, like you say, but they're the best facts. It's like Guinness World Records. What a pointless but magical book.
Do you know you have to pay to get into that?
That's another part of my childhood ruined.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, I found out a couple of years ago. I was like, oh, I really want to do this. And they're like, yeah, it costs like 600 quid. And you're like, why? Why am I paying for the privilege of being... No. I'm like, I'm not doing this. You should pay me. What's the point of doing this shit? You should pay me money.
Yeah, well, that's mad because I guess when I think of Guinness World Records, I'm sure it was... I remember this woman, I can't remember what... It was a green cover. It's probably like 2005 or something.
Yeah.
But it was like, one of them was this crazy old woman that had like the most tattoos on her body, and then someone else
that's a cool one.
Was like the longest fingernails, and they're the ones that like actually like curl around.
They came down to like his feet or something.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the one. But so if you think about it, then they've paid to get into that book.
Yeah. Or someone's paid for them to get in.
Yeah. I guess. Would you have a manager like? I have the world's longest fingernails. Sign me up to your deals.
He's the
weird.
The only thing I know from him is when Jackass drank beer that was poured off down his nails. Yeah, and so obviously Steve-O drank it and was promptly vomiting. But yeah, but I mean, if they're that long, it's like, do you wash them? Not really. You're like,
Oh man, I just
I can't do
you
it.
reckon you
Man.
could play drums with the world's longest fingernails?
Stop, please stop.
Get some extra ghost notes in there.
Oh fuck me.
Flick the wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he'd be like the drummer from Def Leppard. He'd have to put like loads of different like pedals and contraptions because there's no way you can use your hands.
Right. Okay. Drummer from Def Leppard.
He was in a car crash and had he lost an arm.
That's right. That's right. It was him.
Leg,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So he still carried on drumming, but he just put up more pedals and like his body
That's
system and shit.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
It was cool. He still
was
drummed
gonna
the same. You're like, that's cool.
I know, that's insane.
Yeah,
It's
real
like
cool.
it's like there's these people that like I've seen have no arms, yet they play guitar better than I ever could with just their feet.
What?
But I guess that's the thing. It's like relativity, isn't it? Like, okay,
Yes.
I mean, saying that,
Yeah.
no, I still think
No,
it's
go on.
easier with your hands. But like, I guess for them, using their feet is so much more commonplace. And I mean, I don't think I've used my foot for anything other than driving, and that's the whole foot. So ever having to actually use your like
It's dexterity.
toes, I don't know, foot tips, your toes. I've never used any of them beyond kind of like the whole foot in action. So yeah, I guess it still must be crazy difficult. But
Oh yeah.
that's mad, isn't it? Like, playing guitar with your feet. I just wouldn't even.
Well, first of all, you need the flexibility.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's me.
This is real tight for me. So you got to get up there, and then you've got to. How do you do
No,
it? Do you bend that round or something?
I think actually thinking back to it, one of the people I was watching, they kind of have it lying flat down.
Oh, that
like,
makes sense. Yeah.
Which I guess I say makes more sense. Playing guitar with your feet to me is just completely above my head.
It's alien.
I still don't get it, but
Well, it's like playing your feet or anything. Like, obviously, with the big toe, you can see where the opposable thumb used to be.
yeah.
But yeah, it's because it's level with that. It's like it's not meant to grip anything.
No.
Especially like that.
It's just the intricacy. Like trying to do that. Like if I'm wiggling my toes now, this is a weird thing to say. I don't know how we got into talking about wiggling toes, but wiggling like my toes now. Look at them go.
Yeah.
You can, like you say, just for me, I can move my big toe or all four other toes, like with a little bit of my kind of pinky toe, so to speak, having a little bit more flexibility. But essentially, it's kind of one toe and the rest.
Well here's
what I mean. It's like that almost.
I weirdly got into looking at foot health.
Okay.
Like a couple of months ago. And there's do you know the brand of shoe called Vibram?
No.
So they sell trail running shoes. Basically, like it's a very minimal material. They're like 5-finger shoes.
I've seen these kind of finger style shoes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So the point with that being is that you should run on the ball of your foot with as minimal material between your foot and the ground as possible, because that's how we're engineered and built to run.
Right.
But they on their website they have these people showing sending in their feet, pictures of their feet, because wearing these shoes forces the toes apart, so you get a bigger surface area to land on. So you have more stability and more strength.
Yeah.
And so what some of these guys do is they basically put like their fingers between their toes and just hold them. So basically it slowly pushes the bones apart, so it makes it your feet stronger, healthier.
Right.
Because obviously the opposite, which most of us have, is our feet are crammed into these fucking shoes all the time. Where it's all about making them as like big as possible.
Wide. Okay.
So when I've been like reading or watching TV, I just put my fingers between my toes, and it's actually now relaxed. My toes don't touch each other.
Really?
Yeah, really.
And how long? Like, I guess it's a conscious effort. So how long's it taken you
to
get to this stage?
I don't think it took me that long, actually. Not very long at all. I noticed it within like 2 weeks.
So do you find like going into shoes, it suddenly feels restrictive?
A little bit. Yeah, it's not crazy painful, but it's a little bit more uncomfortable. But it's very interesting.
I was gonna say, I've never looked into like.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, but I was just like, it makes sense when they explained it. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. That's pretty cool. But it's like when you land, because you should land and run like this. But when you land on it, you've got more surface areas to land on, so that you're stronger and you're more stable. It's very interesting.
That's mental. It's just a different world.
Yeah, I'm still shit at running.
So I can't remember the last time I ran.
Yeah, I'm rubbish.
No, that's mad. But if it works, fair enough.
Yeah.
Don't really kind of have anything to say other than that. That's mental.
The feet weird you out?
No, I guess it's like hands. Like I see hands and feet kind of relatively similar. Like they're just there. They're just.
I know some people
part of our body.
Some people get really uncomfortable about toes. or feet or whatever.
So some people are either really uncomfortable about feet or maybe too comfortable for, and without going down a complete kind of weird rabbit hole.
Yeah, we do a weird rabbit hole if you fancy it, mate.
Foot fetishes.
Yeah, you into that? No.
I don't get it.
There's
a foot's a foot. It's a useful part of your body. It's not sexy. It's
so
sweaty.
Yeah. Exactly. So what I've been explained about it by a doctor was saying that there's a certain point in a guy's development, it's usually about 13, 14, where they get like sexual imprints about what they then like.
Okay.
But by usually from something they see or something they like happen upon. So a foot fetish normally happens when they've seen like, I don't know, a hot teacher or an attractive person wearing like flip flops or something, and it's like sat there like dangling a flip flop off a toe. And it's just from that weird little thing. Yeah. So that's what they've like. It's a weird thing that happens at a certain point where people get into it, and it's just from looking at it. Maybe like painting their toenails or something. It's making it sound like I'm into it. I'm not.
No.
But I'm just saying that that's how they explained it, and I was like, okay, that was interesting. Could be.
I guess it's interesting to try and understand the psychology.
Could be.
I don't know. That's mad. Yeah. I don't know. This to me, I'm not weirded out, but I don't know. I'm indifferent. Your foot's there. It's
yeah. Oh yeah, it's just a fucking foot. But some people are just like, oh, put your feet away, and you're like, okay, you're like, it's just feet, man. Get a grip.
That's it. You've got two of them, probably. Yeah. I've got two of them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. In unfortunate circumstances, you might not have to.
Exactly. It's
my three.
I mean, I'm sure there's certain states where that's kind of commonplace, but
what to have more than 2 feet?
Maybe. I've never been to some of these places.
Okay. Well, you're postulating they exist, mate. I don't know. You sure? You telling me you've never been to Norwich?
I'm not naming locations, but I hear there's some inbreeding in certain places, so maybe extra toes, maybe not feet, but
what was it? There was a comedian. No, he said I know nothing about it. It was just a comedian, Marcus Brigstock, was basically saying that he was just like, oh, when the Tower of Norwich said it was really coming into its own, they fucking mean it, don't they? But he wants to see it. It's live at the Apollo on YouTube. It's so good.
Live at the Apollo.
It's so funny.
I think you're right. You were saying at the start about comedians during lockdown. I think one I've been watching a lot of course, is Jimmy Carr, but people like Joe Lycett. I've recently got to him. I love that man. I think he's brilliant.
Do you know he's legally changed his name to Hugo Boss?
But I watched I can't. It's not. What is it? His show. I can't think of the name of his show. It's like Joe Lycett.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's
something.
It's not question. Joe Lycett's got your back.
That's it, because he does all the stuff like the scams and whatnot, and I love. That's another rabbit hole on YouTube I love getting down, is like call center scams and stuff. But that's Joe Lycett.
Yeah,
he people like him during all this, and I watched that episode on the Hugo Boss one. I didn't realise, beyond actually changing his name, he then went and put on that like fashion reveal show or something literally outside the main Hugo Boss shop in London.
I didn't know that.
And like,
that's cool.
They were basically like gone clear off, like get out, and they're calling the police, and the police were like, no, it's public property. So he's literally having his like Hugo Boss something like fashion release, or basically he has a big kind of finger up at Hugo Boss.
Yeah.
Literally on their doorstep, but because it wasn't physically on their property,
it's not their
the
premise,
police were like,
it's annoying, but it can't do anything, mate. Yeah.
And I thought that was brilliant.
It's a good move though, because like they for anyone who doesn't know, the reason he did that is because Hugo Boss sued like a bakery or something who had a similar name,
brewery,
who had a it was just called Boss, wasn't it?
I think it's just like Boss Beers or something, or
so they basically sued him for libel. Fucking people were liable, Jesus Christ. They sued him for using the same name, where it's like, it's not the same name, you arseholes.
Because people might get confused.
Yeah. That's such a ridiculous premise, though. It's a fucking brewery versus a huge fashion brand. Come on.
But it's like, so something as well was, within the like guitar community, they had that with like Gibson.
Yeah.
One of the biggest brands would go around basically suing all these other companies that were essentially making guitars cheaper and better than them, which is difficult because Gibson's quality control is appalling. Well, has been appalling. I haven't tried the new ones, but I've sold all but one of my Gibsons due to the quality is appalling.
Yeah.
It's up in my bedroom. It's not on that.
Oh,
rack.
okay.
I'm a PRS man now.
Okay.
But okay. But yeah. So
talking to someone who knows nothing about guitars.
It's I can't remember how we're talking about suing and copyright essentially, and they were kind of same sort of thing, I guess, like with the Hugo Boss thing. Was these guitar companies, say like this like metal guitar company like Dean, they typically do like kind of like heavy, just like metal sort of guitars, and I'm trying to think of these other companies, but there was a load of them. I'm getting lost in it. But essentially saying and they did it to PRS years ago, but they're making these guitars, and because they have like a single cut, or they look, I mean, guitars can only look, there's only so many shapes of guitars before, it no longer looks like a guitar. It's kind of like your single cut, your kind of Tele and your Stratocaster. They're like your basic shapes, or like your Vs. So I think they're making flying Vs, and Gibson were like, nah, fuck off. We made that first. And they're basically going along, and they're suing them, and basically they've kind of been like, no, they haven't been able to kind of be successful with them, so to speak, because I guess like the Hugo Boss thing, they're basically, how can you get confused like with a beer with being Hugo Boss, and it's the same with like these Gibson things, they're basically saying it's a V, but there's no way you could like kind of get the two confused. And I think it's just a lot of these companies just trying to get every like penny they can.
It's a sad state when they do stuff like that.
Throw other companies like under the bus, literally just I don't know, like the Hugo Boss one's bad, like
that's
nothing
real
related.
bad.
Local brewery, no, slam them down.
It's a company that was very known for making all the Nazi uniforms, so
Yes, he does. Yeah, he does make that very clear in his episode. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's like, obviously some things never change.
No, I know. He's a very, very good man, is Joe Lice. I think he's brilliant.
Very funny. You see the parking ticket thing he did? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. As you can see, I'm on the moon.
I think it is absolutely. And did you see the one with, I guess, on the cars?
Yeah.
The rent-a-car.
Yeah.
One where, what was it? He like basically, you rent out this car, and then they'll like fine you for like basic scratches that were there before you even got it, or so on. So he just writes off a car, but like actually like gets it.
Oh yes,
like,
he gets a flat back and he gets it dropped off right to their depot. Yeah.
And he's like, no man, like, I'm seriously pissed off now. And, like he's getting like proper angry, and Joe's just there like, well, I don't know what to do. Like, I did buy the insurance. He's like, it's not covered. He's like,
this is how it came. It's how I got it. Like, what's your point?
He's brilliant.
That was very good. What was it good? My favorite one was probably the Starbucks McDonald car park by the airport.
Yes, that's where if you park in one,
you've got to go into that building.
Otherwise, they go, that's your fine, sir.
Yeah, and you've got a certain amount of time in there as well.
Yeah,
and you're like, so it's deliberately done to make money, and it's just to try and get extra money out of them for doing nothing. Yeah.
It is proper shitty that like companies do that, and they're like, it's fine, fuck them. I mean, they're spending money on us, but fuck them.
Yeah. I just love how he got around it. It was so good. Because
he made like the model, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like it's a good video. Like
it's very well done. Very well done.
No, he's I take my hat off to people like that. I'd love to, their creativity, top notch.
It's reassuring because like while you get all this bullshit going on, there's like people are now like with stuff like this, with stuff like his TV show as well. People actually having a conversations and being like, right, this lot are fucking us around. Let's do the same. Let's fuck around with them and just see what we can do. And it's like, he's awesome. Like, he just protests shit as well, and just like helps out scams and everything. And it's nice at the end of those because he gets like you get a conclusion towards it, because like, we managed to save her $4,000, or we unfortunately couldn't save it, but we're still pursuing it, or we saved 200 quid, or so we got her this money paid back for conversation or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's nice to actually kind of see it's more than just a show for just clicks, for views, for a bit of money. It's like he's actually doing good as well as getting all that,
and it's funny as hell.
And it's funny as fuck. Like it's like a holy trinity.
Yeah. Whereas like I don't know, like the Love Island, the Ibiza Weekender crap. I mean, like we've all been guilty of watching it at some point, but it's just I can't anymore because it's just horseshit.
It all is, but good old British TV mainly.
Yeah.
Well, and American, I'm sure, but we have some pretty piss poor shows.
All right, let me try this, Tom.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you can get him in, please go for it.
Hello.
But
hello, what's happening with you?
Hello, bats.
There we go. Be a celebrity.
Look at you.
Oh, okay. Hello.
God, he likes you.
Well, he's been like that all. Hello, mate. How you doing? You alright? There you are. You're on TV now, man. So what you say? This little one is 9, yeah?
Yeah, so this one's 9 and the other one's 3. Yeah, just turned 3.
So because in my head when you said I'd forgotten you had dogs. So when you were in my head when you were like, oh, you're okay with 2 little dogs, I was imagining he was still a puppy. I remember you getting him.
Yeah, he's Christ, we've had him. Yeah, he's 9 or 10 actually. Christ, I'll have to look back to remember. But I don't know. It's good because they're both miniatures. So it's like kind of having a puppy forever.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, also the mannerisms change, but the size stays the same, doesn't it?
Yeah, I do like little dogs. I do like big dogs, but I don't know, little dogs, they're just kind of easier.
Yeah. Oh, you're going back out again, are you?
Don't unplug that, mate.
Yeah, don't. It's not due to. Oh,
you can lick your focus right.
Hello again. Oh, hello. I know I haven't seen you in a while. I know. Hello. All right, I got.
That's what you need to do. Is just a podcast with dogs. Like dogs is just everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. Well, Steve has his rescue dog. He's got a massive German Shepherd, so he's just sat next to him, but it's just like asleep while he's just talking to people. You're a soppy little git. Look at you.
So he's been sat out there barking for the last however many tens of minutes.
Hello. You okay?
But
what's his name?
Butters. So he was named after South Park, the character Butters on South
Butters on South Park.
Yeah. So it would have been about 10 years ago. So I guess he is about 10.
Oh, quality.
We were just obsessed with South Park at the time. Just kind of discovered it.
I think I've seen 2 episodes. I think that's it. Yeah,
because they've got it up on Netflix again.
Have they?
Yeah, I've rewatched a couple of old episodes actually. There's some absolute corkers on there. But one of the characters is Butters, and I don't know. My mum was just absolutely kind of in love with.
Oh, your mum was cute. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Like it was just really cute.
That's funny.
So we were like, "What's his name?" I said to him, "Went Butters." That's how he's named. That was
Butters. It. Yeah, I like it.
Cute. I know, it just seems to work. Not to be obviously wrongly kind of assumed to be the London Butters, being ugly.
Yeah.
To put it nicely.
What was one? We Yeah, I remember Butters from school being like, "Oh man, she's Butters or whatever."
Mate, she's Butts.
Yeah,
Butts.
yeah, Butts.
Butters.
I quite like Butts because like, yeah, she's got your good butt, whatever.
We never pronounce the T if you were kind of referring to the slang.
Nah, it's because we have something called a glottal stop, mate, where we don't pronounce consonants in it. It's called a glottal stop.
Oh right, Christ, I'm learning loads.
I know. I learned about it from this dude in I think it was my business class. He could just talk your fucking ear off, but he actually had some genuinely good things to say, but you just want to shut up. But that's what I learned from him. It's called a glottal stop, where you inability to pronounce consonants, which I think is a kind of Reading thing anyway. Where you,
I was gonna say Reading kind of has that twang to it, doesn't it? That
yeah,
special.
You drop a certain amount of the consonants. I mean, I pronounce probably 80% of them. I would have thought.
Yeah, I think I'm the same.
But it's really strange when you deliberately pronounce them all. It just sounds weird, and when I hear it, it's like it. When that's pronounced, makes me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, so
it's very odd.
So my girlfriend's from kind of in between Liverpool and Manchester.
Yeah.
So she's got a great northern accent.
That is a cool accent.
And I don't know, I guess when you're kind of surrounded like with people down here, you don't really think that you've got like you don't really kind of hear your accent. Good boy, but so you don't really kind of hear your own accent. So I always find it interesting whenever I'm over there. They'll often be like, "Oh, you sound really posh," or kind of quite rightly take the piss.
Yeah.
As we do when she's down here.
Yeah, of course.
And then suddenly, you're then kind of being very aware of it, and then you start hearing that you're pronouncing every single like consonant. And then you start kind of naturally trying to drop them a little bit, but then you almost overemphasize everything. And go on, good boy. Yes, funny how the English works.
Yeah, well, it's just there's language and colloquialisms and different ways to pronounce stuff. Yeah, God knows what that's all about.
Oh, Butts, what are you doing? Do you want me to let him out or you get him?
I got. Oh, Richie. See you later. How are you good for time anyway, mate? We are at 7 o'clock.
Oh, Jesus. What time did we start?
I'm at 5:30. So
Okay.
Yeah, we did pretty good.
Hour and a half. Yeah, mate. But I'm doing all right.
Good. Do you want a break to walk around or anything?
Might have a quick vape if that's all right.
Yeah, man. It's all cool. I'll just keep it on, keep it chilling. Oh. I've probably got to work out how to, put it together.
Yeah.
And like pause it and shit, but I'll just leave it for the time being.
Well, the good thing is, when it comes to, you can change. I'll show you. You can do it on Logic.
Yeah.
And your camera, you can change your Logic to be seconds, so to speak. So you can kind of export that section of audio and link it up with your camera. So like say you're doing a video with someone, and like now for instance, right, there's a section and you go, actually I don't want to be talking about that, I want to cut that out, or someone says something, goes to you, oh actually I want to kind of scrap that out, then you could, do you know what I mean, you can kind of pause your camera and kind of restart, so you know that video's worth like an hour long, and at an hour 36 you need to cut it, and then you can just go to an hour 36 from there and cut it, and basically kind of
together again,
essentially, do you know what I mean, and then it just makes it easier for you.
I've got someone who drew help with, we'll wait till sat back down so we can have a chat about it.
Yeah. This is where you sit down and say to me, I've won $5 million, $5 million bucks.
Don't.
I've got like 100 grand here.
Mate, you're just gonna be really disappointed when you sit down now. You just set yourself up to be there like, yes, I'm gonna be rich. No, Josh.
Oh, you can invest it in Papa Josh.
Yeah.
Hopefully not Papa Josh.
Yes. Papa John's weird cousin. My mates keep fucking buying Papa John's, and each time they're like, do we get Papa John's, do we get a Domino's? And they're like, but Papa John's is shit, so we should probably get Domino's.
They're all just shit to me.
They still buy fucking Papa John's even though before, and they're like, it's shit. They're like, they're still buying it.
For me, I had the other day, it was so basically, I've just kind of gone vegan.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was saying to you the other day, and I had White Rabbit pizza. So it's this company. I'm not endorsed. I'd love to be endorsed by a food company. That'd be incredible.
Oh mate, we should.
If you can get the sponsored, get a food deal which kind of doesn't have dairy in it, and I'll definitely
all right,
profit off. Take some of your profit, like food wise, not. But yeah,
you're welcome.
Okay. So they did this vegan pizza, and there was kale on it.
Ooh.
Now, to me, if someone said, "Oh, do you want kale on your pizza?" I'd look at them and be like, "Fuck off."
What's wrong with you?
What is wrong with them, right?
Yeah.
One of the best things I've ever had on a pizza.
I like kale.
Like, I'm straight up going to get myself some White Rabbit pizza again. Well, hey.
So's the mic.
I was going to say, that mic is hungry.
Yeah.
What have I done to it? Look at that for balancing. Beautiful.
Well done.
So White Rabbit pizza, mate.
Okay, I'll have a look.
If you want to try kind of, a veg-based pizza, that is some good shit.
Well, I've had a
Papa John's don't do that. I'll tell you that for a fact.
Oh, that's shit. I had I've had a sweet potato pizza and a butternut squash pizza as well. As the base.
As the base?
Both of them, yeah.
Oh, fair.
Very nice.
Was it like homemade or?
The sweet potato one was. The butternut wasn't. Both very good. I can't remember what I got from it, but it's very, very nice.
Mate, I'm gonna have to look into that. I've only ever kind of been with the old dough ones, and they are good. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, you can do it.
Butternut squash sounds good.
Yeah, you can do it for both of them. Yeah, I mean it was real nice. But it's just a slightly different flavour, especially butternut squash. You get that extra little tang out of it. It's kind of the sweet and savoury. It's very nice.
Very nice.
Very, very good.
Okay, so you said to me you need my help with something.
I need a theme song, mate.
You need a theme song?
I do need a theme song. Now, I think you'd be the good man for it because I'd like the idea of like a metal trap kind of mix. I think that'd be quite cool. Because I don't need words or anything either, so we can just get it done. And I would pay you for your work if you wanted it,
mate. I'd do it for you for the fun of it.
Stop it. But yeah, I mean, that'd be really cool.
But you can muck about with some stuff tonight.
Well, I mean, I like your shit you do anyway. So I mean, like,
thank you.
Any of that sort of theme.
Well, this is where something we're talking about a lot has been I'm terrible for coming up with riffs. Well, I'm terrible because I come up with lots of riffs, record it in, get some like drums, get them kind of sounding really cool, and then it just sits on my computer. Nothing ever gets achieved.
Well, that's my idea. That's why I thought of it, because you've got all this stuff you already have and all this stuff you're still making.
Yeah,
it's a good use for it, mate.
Actually, yeah, I'm straight up for that.
Yeah,
straight up for that kind of metal and trap.
Well, I mean,
I think that would be awesome.
Like the stuff you showed me earlier with your brother. Obviously, you're already using that for something, but that sort of thing would be cool.
Yeah, I'd be bang up for that. Kind of some heavy guitars with some kind of electronic-y.
Yeah, just have fun with it, mate.
Yeah, mate, I'd be bang up for that.
Yeah.
How sort of long? Like 30 seconds? I guess
20, 30, whatever. Between like 10 and 30.
It's essentially just like a couple of times around a riff.
Literally, that's all you need. Yeah. I mean, some do. Some that I listen to, they have a comedically long one because that's the point. It's literally like 1:10, and they're just there like they're sat there like this is sick, and you're like because the part of the joke was they spent it because they have a co-host. They spent the entire time like debating with them. One said it's too long, one said it's too short.
Right. Okay.
So it's so they're just sat there now, just like.
I was gonna say, just be sat there.
And we're back.
I was gonna say, both of you just sat there going, "Fucking hell, just wait for it, right? Yeah.
He doesn't make his wallet, does he?
What's that?
The butts.
What's he doing?
Wants to go out again.
He can never make up his mind. Can old Butsy? Move this back. Yeah, mate. I'll be
Yeah, man. Well, you think the ideal man for the job, you know?
Oh, thank you. No, I'll definitely be up for that. It's yeah, I've never kind of come up with a theme tune sort of riff, so to speak.
Yeah, well, it's, and depending on, it'll be a new avenue for you, maybe.
There you go. That's it. It's find myself being like a jingle writer for podcasts.
Yeah, that'd be quite cool.
Mate, if there's a business, I won't say no to that.
I'm sure there is, mate. Well, there's so many like themes out there. Some are awesome. One is literally taken Where's My Hood At by DMX, just changed the words. That is fucking great. It's really I don't know how they got away with it, but it's really good.
That's sick.
Yeah.
There's one I see a lot more and more now is there's like the kind of the lick, so to speak. It's kind of like a jazz lick, but it seems to appear everywhere. It's like do 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 do.
Oh, okay.
That's like I've noticed it on like a lot more kind of mainstream stuff now, like actually breaking out of the like music. I mean, that was terrible. Obviously, I can't sing. Just to kind of.
No, it was beautiful, man. I loved it.
But yeah, so a lot of people are using that. Actually, like I made some music I made years ago. Girlfriend's friend. She's doing she started a podcast as well, and she uses my a song from that as her kind of
sweet
theme tune thing. So it's like a nice kind of background sort of inconsequential music.
Yeah.
Bang up for that. I get something. I mean, how filthy do you want it?
Let's have some fun, mate.
Okay.
Let's have some fun. Let's do it.
All right.
I think that'd be quite funny as well. Just be there like. So on today we're talking about the weather.
I think you got to do that. You just got to have.
That'd be really funny.
I think what I might do is give you a couple of random varying degrees.
Yeah.
And then just something so just ludicrous that is just so inappropriate.
Yeah.
But also something good as well. I don't want to give you shit.
Well, I've never seen bad quality from you, so it's just very
blush.
Always, yeah, I can get a bit red.
I am. It's also the heat, but it's mainly you bringing that heat.
Stop it.
Bringing the fire.
Well, that's why. Yeah, that was alright. See, that's why I wear shorts and t-shirts. But I haven't worn anything long. Sorry, Saturday was probably the first time I wore something long on my legs for 4 months.
Is that because of work? Then you have to wear trousers, or can you wear shorts at work?
It's a good question. I have only ever worn trousers.
Right.
Okay, fine. Casually, let me caveat then. Casually, that's the first time I've worn long trousers. It's a good question. We sell shorts. I wonder if I could get away with it. I wonder.
Oh, if you wore the company's shorts.
I probably could. Probably could get away with it.
I'll just order some extra ones as uniform for yourself, mate.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, normally I've still got to pay for it. It doesn't matter if it's fucking uniform or not.
Fair enough. That's peak. Get some decent ones then.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do actually. You very kindly, I remember years ago, I say years ago. Actually, just when I started at this law firm.
So a year and a half, 2 years?
No, yeah, it would have been.
You came in like
No.
August, I want to say. You came in.
So yeah, yeah, a couple of X's ago.
Yeah.
When I started, and I popped in because I hadn't seen you in ages. And you helped me get a nice suit.
Yeah, you went for it was a black one.
It was like a kind of charcoaly grey
one,
sort of one. It's in my wardrobe somewhere.
Yeah,
not worn the suits for a while, but yes, I'm sure. Yeah, even that, like that was on kind of. I think that was their like own brand suit as well, and even that was nice. I'm sure their shorts will be banging.
Yeah, we'll try it and see if I can get away with it. Like, my only concern would have been like if that would put some people off, but I can't imagine most people really care.
Tattoos? No, I
don't think they care anymore.
I think people's like opinions on everything like it's changed. I mean,
yeah,
that's something actually I would like to look at. Another pointless statistic, but what is the percentage of like the population that has a tattoo versus doesn't have?
It's a very good question. I'm going to say more than I'm going to say this is probably a peak. I would say.
Yeah. It's I mean, granted, I think it will range from anything from like a little piece to kind of full like body coverings.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's as big a deal now. Like, I appreciate some jobs. Like, if you're going into a doctor's, you probably wouldn't see a doctor with a neck tattoo. But equally, would it make them any worse at their job? Would it make them any better? No.
Well, the two people I know who have the most amount of tattoos that I know personally. One works for me. He's a good mate of mine, so he works for me as well, and he's very, very unassuming. He's always very smartly dressed, very nice. Yeah. But he's got like full sleeves. Yeah. Most of his torso and legs done as well.
Fucking fair play.
But he's just the most lovely, polite, helpful person, and you can't see anything from like when he's in uniform. Yeah,
sure.
The other guy is the same, but he's got his hands done, and he works in Boots.
Okay. Yeah.
So he works, but I want to say he's in the pharmacy. I think he's a pharmacy.
Okay.
But I mean, like he is exceptional with like the elderly patients, the elderly customers. I remember going in like to get something and seeing him there, and just how he dealt with them was phenomenal. Like he's so like compassionate and kind and really considerate of them. But it's just very interesting because there's that small part of you that's like, okay, if someone's got hand tattoos, they're going to act a certain way. But
that's something I want to get pretty soon is hand. I want hand and neck. But
my only concern would be I'd if I got my hands done, if I just get it taken away, because I mean I've got like my hands and my calluses for like that are real rough, and like the backs of my hands I've got scars and shit from all over the place from stuff I do. So I'd be worried about
I get that.
Damaging them.
Yeah, no, I completely get that. But I think that's the thing. It's like a lot of places I've worked, the only kind of rule they've had on tattoos is like no offensive tattoos, which I think
that makes sense.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Don't know when it comes to face tattoos. I mean, if it's not offensive,
like
it's not something I don't think I'd ever get a face tattoo. So
no, I agree. I wouldn't either. I'd maybe go neck, maybe.
If I had a lot of money, I would happily cover myself everywhere bar face.
Yeah, well, I mean, the famous example of that is Travis Barker.
Yeah, he's got one or two.
Yeah, he's got maybe 3 or 4. Do you know why he's got so many though?
Go on.
Because he was in a plane crash. I think it's been 2 actually, but he was the first one he was in like 20 years ago or whatever. He was the only one to survive, and he had like horrific 3rd-degree burns, so he had to learn to like walk again and shit.
Jeez.
But he got all the tattoos to hide all of the burns, which is why he's covered.
Bloody hell.
And you're like, fair play, mate. Fair play.
Okay, so here's one. Now, I'm looking at... I thought this was... I'll be interested on your take on it. See, we should have just done a podcast on tattoos. Tattoos and music.
Let's do it now. Oh, tattoos and music.
There we go. Start a new one.
Mate, create a whole new channel.
There you go.
Coming from me, I am an expert with 1.
And I've got a few unfinished.
You've got a sleeve, yeah.
Okay, so there's this luthier, this guitar maker, works for Crimson Guitars. Like, he's set up, that's his company, right?
Right.
He's killing it on YouTube. Like, he's doing really well. I can't remember where he's based. Somewhere kind of like almost Bristol ways, kind of that's southwest sort of area, I guess. I can't remember what job it was he worked in before, but basically he's bald and has this crazy big fucking head tattoo. I don't think he's got like I think he's got like the odd tattoo, but he's not covered, but he's got a fuck off big headpiece.
Yeah.
And he shaves his hair bald like all the time, or keeps his hair, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it's very much on display. And a lot of the, he does these kind of like Instagram things where like post your questions here, and people be like, "What's up with a head tattoo?" And a lot of the comments are like, because it's like some almost like tribally sort of. It's a statement piece essentially. And I believe what it was there was a point in his career where he was enjoying like his hobby of like making guitars, and he went, right, I hate my job. I think, I could be wrong. I doubt he's ever going to watch this and call me up on it, but if he does, it'd be nice to speak. But yeah, he basically went, I never want to work this kind of office job again. I'm going to do something radical. Going to get a fucking head tattoo. So they, like, let's say he worked for a bank, they will never fucking employ me again. And that way I'm going to make my dream job of building a guitar company, which he's done. I'm going to make that dream job a reality because there is no going back.
It's the only option, yeah. I like that.
So my goal is to have a career in music. At the moment, it's very kind of producing focused. That's really what I'm wanting to kind of, focus and go into. Would I get something outrageous like a head tattoo to kind of as a no point? I would never get a job again at like a law firm, for instance.
You'd suit it, mate.
Thank you. I would like to think so.
You should be in bald.
I did shave my hair during at the start of lockdown, as it's kind of growing back now. It was kind of full.
Likewise, mate. Mine was 0.5 all over.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, first week.
Same.
Yeah.
It was. I loved it.
I was really. I had this horrible. Before this job, I was an estate agent for 2 years, and I had it was very, very stressful. And as a result of that, I took to itching my head, and it led with like my hair falling out and like, thin patches and scabs and shit. And it got better, but never really went away. But as soon as I minimised all the hair on my head, like my head was able to breathe, and then it's gone.
Really?
So I was like, that was really interesting. But I was really happy that I shaved it off because it just went. Yeah, my head was awesome after that.
Oh, that's awesome. I was gonna say it looks. Well, see, here's what I've discovered when I shaved my head. I've got this weird kind of thin and thick patch at the same time.
Yeah, mine's here.
Around here. Yeah, I've got but it's weird, like kind of like right here, and I'm starting to notice it now. I'm trying to get my hair to grow again, so I'm trying to kind of. It goes very. If I just let it out the shower, that was the best part. You'd hop out the shower. Yeah. One wipe with it. Well, not even a wipe with a towel, and it was dry.
You just stand there, it dries.
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, I loved it. It was good.
It rained. No worries, mate. Dry.
Yeah.
Just literally the wipe of a hand.
So happy.
But yeah, now I'm trying to get it to grow. I'm kind of noticing, like, as I pull it over, I get this funny little kind of tuft. I think it's like a cowlick or something.
Yeah, and it's also because of the length that it is. It just needs to be a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's
and then it'll be fine. Yeah.
It either needs to
I had that
shave
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So I'm trying to push through.
Yeah.
But yeah, would you ever, to pursue, like, if it meant that would you ever do anything like that outrageous? If it was like, right, I've worked something I hate. This is what I want to go into. It's a huge gamble. I'm going to potentially kind of cut off my arm, so to speak, with like, getting a head tattoo. Would you ever consider doing something like that to pursue your dream? Like no turning back, burning all bridges, so to speak.
If you'd asked me 6 months ago, no. Now, yeah.
I think I would too at the moment.
I would.
I think I would too. Yeah, it's one of those things. I think it's like you got just that pure kind of hunger and like thirst to pursue it. Whatever it takes.
If you find that thing, there was another musician who did exactly the same thing. It might have been Travis as well, actually. Like before he got burned, because I think he got his first head one just so he could never do the exact same thing. He never work an office job, just so he'd have to be a drummer.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely would. It's a case of finding the fierce burning. Like I've got things that I really care about, like this being one of them, even though it's fledgling. Yeah, so I guess it's a case when you find that one thing that's like, right, this is it, there's no going back.
Yeah, that could actually, like if this is going really well in the future and you're there going, hang on a minute, like I'm at that point where if I invest all my time into this, this could literally be the dream job forever. Yeah, I think I would say fuck it and just do something radical like that.
Yeah, for sure.
That kind of metaphorical burning bridges.
Yeah, no, it's a very good move. I mean, it is and it isn't. Like you get some people like who is it? Is it Post Malone who's got the face tattoo?
Yeah, because he's just got a new one, hasn't he?
Okay. Because he's got one that says always tired, and you're like,
oh,
okay.
Yeah, there's some very questionable ones. I mean, especially within the. I don't follow the industry at all, but I've seen many pictures of these. Is it like SoundCloud rappers?
I know it very, very vaguely. Yeah.
But you see all the like. I mean, the classic one is like 6ix9ine.
Oh, Takeshi. Yeah. That's a strange dude.
I mean, it's good branding.
Yes, unarguably, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, once again, I fucking love the money and fame. Just wouldn't want all the baggage.
Yeah, he's got some crazy baggage as well. He's got, that
prison.
Prison
That thing.
Prison jumping on the gay pride bandwagon as well.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh mate, there's so many levels to it. It's ridiculous.
Nothing's ever just as simple, is it? It's just kind of.
That'd be too easy then, mate. It'd be boring, wouldn't
just
it?
Just make some music you enjoy. It's boring.
Yeah,
maybe that's where we're going wrong. Make some music you genuinely enjoy. Nah,
you've got to hate it. You've got to hate yourself to be good.
It's true.
I mean, there's an aspect of that. Maybe hate's a bit strong. Maybe a dislike of how you are at the minute. You want to change it. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting approach. So I mean, you're kind of doing different things with your members from the old band, right?
Yeah.
So, because I was watching one of your podcasts the other day, and you were talking about kind of like a rehearsal going again.
Yeah.
So I've not played in a band for ages. I've done like some session work and like recording stuff and whatnot. But with the band, when you guys get into, because I think you guys booked like a rehearsal place, didn't you?
Yep.
I want to say Pirate. I'm sure I went. Yeah, that's quite close to town centre, isn't it?
Yep.
Or is that White House?
You got both. You got White House in town, and then you got Pirate, which is like halfway between town and me.
Right. Okay. I think I went to White House years ago with like Frankie and that.
Yeah, I've been White House. Yeah.
But yeah. So what's your kind of like creative, like what do you do when you get in there as like a band or as a group of musicians?
There's really no structure. If someone comes in and be like, I've got this, let's try this, and you're like, cool. But most of the time, like 90% of the time, it's we get in and we just start playing our shit. And like someone will hear something that someone else is playing and go, that sounds cool, start playing on it, we'll all sync in. Or you listen to it and go, nah, I'm gonna play this instead, and then the other person, oh, that sounds cool, and then you go that way. So it's like, I think from that same conversation we had like 5 months off from each other, went in and just played non-stop for 5 hours, and all of it was just gold. And then like the next week we went again and we got nothing out of it, and it's like one of us was again like really worked up about it. It's like unfortunately we can't always have a productive day. We can't always be firing all cylinders. So it's just one of those things that sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. But yeah, I mean we've it's very rare that we come in and someone's already written a whole thing. It's usually, I've got this little thing, or will happen to stumble upon something, and then we just add to it layer, and I'm like, okay, and then all right, cool. Let's repeat that. Let's do it again, and just relay, and then slowly a structure comes out of it, and then you got a song.
No, I think that's cool, because I think it's I think that's something. I mean, I'm getting all these different ideas now, and they're going, oh, that'd be really cool. It's a lot of podcast series and like that and that and that. One is like, so a lot of people kind of, unfortunately, I've kind of fallen into that bedroom musician, which has its place, but is also equally kind of a very lonely place where you write a lot kind of with MIDI instruments, and your bandmate is your computer.
Yeah.
Which, like I say, can be great, can also be really crap. And I think it's always interesting kind of looking back at memories of like having written stuff with bands or other people. In some cases, I find it fascinating how people have their own kind of approach to it. So I think it's I know a band or group I played with, essentially one of us would write a song and then we'd just kind of carve it up a little bit, whereas other ones it would just be kind of like a free jam, and you might get a kind of a song out the end of the product of it, but one person will just try something, and and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think it's always interesting kind of essentially when you are coming up with stuff with you and your computer. I know from speaking to a few other people in the same sort of boat, it's almost like nerve-wracking to kind of think you then get into a room with like other people that kind of and kind of have a blank canvas, so to speak, and you don't have like your writing templates in front of you that you kind of know some good grooves to jump straight into. I find that's can't remember what got me onto that topic, but yeah, it's interesting. I think it was like hearing you guys talk the other day. I think that's my goal for I was going to say 2020. 2021. As 2020 is a write-off, as we all know.
Yeah.
I think that's the goal.
Well, it's not, mate. Look what we're doing.
Well, yeah, see, that's the thing. I think
It is, and it isn't.
At the start of it, I felt it was a complete write-off. But actually, I think, like, you know, I've signed up to this, like, mixing course. So it's, and I'm doing a lot with that. And I'm working with, you know, incredible producer, learning lots of shit, really.
Yeah.
And, like, speaking to you, like, you've set up, like, this podcast, which is sick. Like, you're now working again. You're playing with, like, other sick musicians and so many people like doing so many different things.
Yeah,
I actually think like for me anyway, towards the latter half of lockdown, I kind of got into productive mode. Kind of once you kind of get over the initial, for me, PlayStation, just kind of shock.
Yeah,
work and PlayStation. It suddenly went to no, let's make something useful out of it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the, you know, it's horrible, but it's the kind of shock that people need, and people, even though they may not want it, but it's what they need to realize. Oh, now I've got this opportunity. You know, loads of people working from home, and then I'm like, do I want to go back? Do I want to go back?
My dad's gone, nah, fuck that. I can work from home. I will.
Yeah, literally. But then it's just crazy all the little things about, you know, how the sheer, like, I mean, my business has dried right up. I mean, the sheer fact of people being in town just because they work there, you know, spend more money because they are there. Whereas if you're not there, you're like, well, I have less want to spend money in retail. Yeah, because I can get it all online the next day or something. So it's
exactly. It's no, it's been interesting. I think it's definitely kind of helped me kind of focus what I want to try and get from the future, at least. Whether or not that is a reality, time will tell.
It doesn't fucking matter, mate. You just do it. Go for it.
I think that's it. I think it's what lockdown's taught me is fuck it.
Yeah.
Just say fuck it. Like, I think you're right. It's kind of shocked everybody into a different way of looking at life and dealing with life.
Yeah. Well, you realise how. First of all, you realise how flimsy, you know, the government and society is as a whole. And second of all, realise like there's no reason for us not to try and do something. I
think that's it. I think you suddenly kind of realise how valuable your time is.
Yeah.
And then I think that's it. It's made me go, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna enjoy and just shoot.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it. I'm not gonna go out and get a head tattoo, as tempting as it is at times.
You should get your own face over your face. So even if you're asleep, you're like looking at people.
That's going to be my fuck it moment.
No one can ever like sneak up on you. They're like, is he asleep? I don't know. I can't tell.
Get one on the back as well. Like,
yes.
Or is it like Voldemort or something?
Get
like
eyes on the back of your head. One. Yeah, he's got another face on the back of his head.
It.
Fucking Christ.
Oh, I've not seen that film in years. But yeah, I think that's it. I think this lockdown, it's been interesting. That's the one good thing with at least doing my deliveries, like speaking to lots of different people, getting like shit, like thousands of different perspectives.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's made people kind of value like their own time and like family life and like their own values so much more. I think it's a terrible way, obviously, everything that's happened with COVID.
Yeah.
But hopefully all this. Yeah, I think a lot of people are reevaluating shit.
Absolutely.
A new life at the end after all this.
Absolutely. I mean, they're finally getting the opportunity to think about it. Whereas if I've been commuting to work for 20 years. I've just that's all I've ever been doing. You're never getting the time to sort of stop and think, okay, is this something I really want to do, or am I just stuck in the motion of doing it?
Yeah, no, it's very true. It's crazy. Good crazy and terrible crazy. But
yeah, it's both. It's exciting and terrifying.
It depends if you grab it by the balls or not and change. I think, then I think lots of things. That's awesome. I think, I'm looking forward to seeing like where this goes, this podcast. Because I've really enjoyed watching them so far.
But, thank you, man.
I just like how that's the thing. I like the fact that there's not like one topic. It's just very freeform.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of people like when I, if they ask me what I'm doing, I say, I'm going out because I'm going to meet whoever to do this. I'm like, okay, what do you talk about? I'm like, or what's the podcast about? I get asked, and I'm like, whatever we really fancy. And people seem like really surprised, really shocked about it. I'm not quite sure why.
I think it's like, so I know when you were first telling me about this podcast, I was thinking like, okay, I've recently started watching, listening, sometimes watching, but mainly like with work, driving like a van for like 8 hours, I'll whack on podcasts and listen to them. So like one of them will be like, right, I want to learn about specific production techniques. Or one of them I might want to listen to kind of like a comedy podcasts and like, you know, kind of funny like anecdotal stuff. It's very kind of pigeonholed, but actually I think from what I like about yours is there's enough range. And I know you, so there will be something to do with music at some point, kind of within something, because I think if you know it's something ingrained in you. Yeah. But it's just interesting, isn't it? Just two people harping on.
Well done, you got it in there. Yeah, I mean, I try and get
plugged.
Christ, you already sat here, mate. You're all good. Yeah, I mean, I try to get, you know. And that's why I'm you know, really grateful and really excited to have you here. Is because first I say you here, I'm in your house. But because you have, you know, incredible fucking skill with your musical talent.
Thank you, sir.
For what you play as yourself. I mean, that's impressive enough as it is. If anyone wants to look, it's Josh Riordan. That is just your
Josh Riordan X. Got to keep that.
Oh,
X
the X at Instagram.
Think of that sweet.
You'll get your weekly dose of some naughtiness there. But yeah, I mean, the fact that you're so prolific. I've played with you before. I've seen you play live. You know, when I'm not part of it. I was just like, literally from the moment I saw you play, I was like, I've got to play with you just because it sounds amazing.
That was cool.
That was sick, and we did a lot of fun with that. But yeah,
man,
I mean, you're just I mean, that's part of what I wanted because you are just very very impressive to me. Very very impressive.
Thank you, making me blush. But that was a cool one, meeting you.
That was sick.
That was the face bar?
Mm-hmm. Yep. The right stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the only time I've ever actually been in there. It's bad.
You're not missing out.
But fair enough. It was cool. I think,
the sound's always good. The building itself,
Yeah, I remember parking was a bit shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think we did like an acoustic set. I can't.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
And I think
it was just you and Frankie, I believe.
Yeah, because it was me and Frankie. Was Morgan there? I can't remember. Maybe.
I think so.
Anyway,
I think he was. Yeah,
there was a stripped back version.
Yeah,
and I remember you saying about jamming. We were like, that'd be fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
Because it was, you know, we had a drummer on and off at the time.
Yeah,
we came out with that banger. When we played at yours, and I'm glad you found the video the other day.
Oh,
so
mate,
that would be the goal.
I was pleasantly surprised to find how many different places I'd forgotten I'd saved it onto. I was like, I just keep finding it. I'm like, yes, good.
Sat and go, fucking hell, I've got it here.
Yeah, I've got it here, got it there.
Get to the point you'll be sick of it, going, for fuck's sake.
I don't think I'm going to be sick of that. It's so good.
It's just a cool riff.
Yeah, it's so good.
But it just worked.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was because I thought it was cool. Like for myself as well to see how I'd progress, because I remember with the my previous band, I played a very specific thing, and that was just completely out of what I normally play. So it was a lot of fun, and I was like, it's actually not too bad,
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, because I think that's the thing. Recently, with a lot of like the stuff I'll be writing, now I've kind of upgraded to a decent drum pack. I'll be trying to deliberately, start off with all just kind of like double pedal shit just throughout everything. And then, it was like the odd riff I write, I'll think, is that something like Matt can play? And I think, well, I don't know if you've got a double pedal, so I'll just try a groove. Not that it's necessarily like a U groove, but like trying to force myself to kind of do it with just single pedal. Because, I don't know if you play double pedal.
Not for a long time. I have, but not for ages.
But yeah, that's quite interesting. And that's quite a cool way to kind of think of different styles. It then makes me think, right, I'm going to write this riff slightly differently. Mainly because I can't, I mean, I'm sure you can play what I had in mind. My drum skills are quite poor. But it's interesting, it kind of, thinking more in that context, how it can make you write riffs differently and kind of approach stuff differently.
Yep.
I definitely find with your drumming as well, you can kind of hear a melody and the song in the playing. And I find that's been really interesting. It's kind of with a lot of like mixing I've done recently, listening to varying like qualities of drummers. If you can hear the song through the beat, I think that to me is what makes a fucking sick drum beat.
I've heard that as well from the most recent stuff you showed me as well, is that you've got different parts of it, so the drums will reflect what's happening with like the verse or the chorus or the middle eight or whatever. So, I can definitely hear that. I know what you mean. I can hear now what you're doing. I
think that's it. It's like listening to that video of you playing it, trying to kind of learn it myself so I could record it in.
Mate, it was good.
Thank you. But
it was.
I spent hours trying to write that in.
Yeah, no, you did a good job, mate.
But yeah, that's something I've noticed with kind of your drum. You can hear that playing through it. I think it's always interesting. Then I go, right, although I'm playing to a computer, I think if I was playing this with Matt, I know kind of you would hear at least that riff somehow through drums.
Yeah.
I think that's, I've got some cool things to show you. Which I think translate very well.
Mm.
But no, that's going back to that thing, I'll definitely write you a sick riff then. I'll write you a sick riff for this.
That'd be good, mate. I said, yeah, mate, if you want to pay, if you want any money, let me know.
Just a couple of grand is fine. Your boy wants some new mics.
Oh, I've got a credit card for a reason. All of it on Josh.
That is why I want a couple of grand to clear mine. That's it.
There we are, done.
The Credit Bros.
Yeah,
that can be our podcast.
What, we just continuously just
co-host,
pay grand to each other.
Yeah, that's it. We'll just co-host a podcast about debt.
And just an hour of, each episode is, so what it's like to have debt, and you're like,
shit, fucking shit.
Tune in next week. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. I want like a metal intro. Then there you are.
That's it. Don't fucking do it, kids.
Yeah. Sponsored by Santander.
Slash it now.
I'm lucky. I'm not even like I don't use Santander anymore. Lucky, so it doesn't matter.
God. I'm with Tesco.
What banking?
Yeah, fuck
really?
Tesco bank.
I didn't know they had a bank.
Yeah, they got a bank with a fuck ton of interest, son.
Oh, that's nice.
Introductory offers. If it says 0%, fucking clear it when it says 0%. I've learned the hard way.
Yeah, I've got a window on mine that's 0%, and then it goes. I don't actually know what it goes to.
Neither did I.
I should probably look.
Slash it.
Should probably look what it goes to.
Slash it before you slash something else.
Yeah, that's our plan. Or just slash it until the 0% runs out, and then get a different credit card with a 0%.
Jumping between introductory cards.
It's not.
It sounds like.
Who is it I was talking to? They were saying they either knew someone or they've done it themselves, and they basically maxed out one credit card and got another one to pay off that credit card.
Jesus Christ, it's like...
And it was like, I was like, that is...
I wouldn't go that far.
That makes my head hurt just thinking about that. Because so you've... Yeah, I first of all trying to work that out, and then second of all, I was like, so you just made it worse by getting another one to put the current debt onto, which doubles the debt, or you just it doesn't. It transfers it, doesn't it?
It transfers it, but equally
doesn't unless maybe you it was like it's.
Well, the thing is that's all well and good. Like I can, let's say, I mean, I am no financial expert, but
we are both morons.
But yeah, fair enough. I don't want to call you a moron, but
no,
sure.
I was fucking.
We're fucking morons, right?
Yeah, man.
So if it from like my experience, let's say you get a credit card, and for argument's sake, let's say that they say, right, you can borrow $2,000. Okay, you max out $2,000, and you go, oh shit, I don't have the money to pay it back, and my year of interest free is about to run out. Fuck it, I'm gonna get another credit card. I'm gonna apply for $2,000 and then transfer that onto that. Okay, that's fine. You've kind of averted that debt. Then that's gonna run out, and you think, oh, okay, what if on the next credit card you apply for, okay, I mean, grand scheme of things, it's not going to be too bad. Like the interest on $2,000 of debt, from experience, it's not going to be that bad.
Okay.
Depending where you're with. But let's say you then apply for your third credit card, your credit score isn't particularly good, and they might go, tell you what, we'll either give you a credit card of just £1,000, or they go, nah, fuck off, you're lumped with it. Yeah. And let's say you've accrued other debt, because if you're doing that, I'm going to assume the rest of your finances are pretty shit.
Yeah, you'll probably
like if you're bouncing credit cards one another, you've probably got
a lot of things on finance as well.
Which, yeah,
it's so easy to do. Like Andertons are a bitch for it.
I love
you. We both love you. It's our mecca. But
I love and hate Andertons 0% 9 months.
But
and V12 finance.
And it's like some nonsense as well. Where it's like, oh, this is over £400. You could get it from £10 a month. You're like, oh, that's so tempting.
That is tempting. And I tell you what, as I'm only going to be spending like 10, 15 quid a month, fuck it, I'm going to throw this guitar on too.
Oh, that's another 15 quid a month. Oh, what am I at? 30 quid? I can afford 30 a month. Let's keep it going. And you get like 6 items. You're spending 100 a month for like 10 years.
And you're like,
You're like,
suddenly.
Fuck.
Oh, and this guitar doesn't have 9 months. It does have 9 months 0% on, but actually I'm going to want to do it across 2 years, but it's now like a 20% one, and then that one's got, So
again, love you, but fuck me, you make it difficult. You make it difficult to resist.
I have been sad Anderton's hasn't been open, but equally, my finances have been a lot better off.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't buy a guitar online without testing it first.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't buy anything equipment wise.
Done it once and it backfired. It was a shit guitar.
Yeah, you can't do it. You can't afford to do that. It's we should do a fucking Anderton's day. We should. Not be complaining, but we should go to Anderton's for a day. I love it because they've got.
No, I'm with you. I
love it because they've got the pub next door. So if you need a break, you just go get a pint. You come back.
If you're sat there thinking, do I apply for this finance? Because it would be straight on the finance.
We'd both be like,
you'd be sat there, you'd have a pint, and then you'd have a bit of kind of like, was it like Dutch courage? And you'd be like, yeah, fuck it.
That's literally what happened to me. I bought an SBDXX, which is a drum. It's a Riordan drum pad.
Okay.
Which is like a 9-thing drum pad. It sounds incredible. The versatility is incredible. You can
it's like a big square.
Yeah. So you've got
that 6, you hit with your sticks.
Yeah,
right?
6 of them, and you got 3 on the edge. So it's like 700 quid. But I
nice.
but I was in there. I was like, it's not. I went to Anderton's because I needed travel cases for my kit because at the time it was just stuck under the stairs, and I need to actually box it up, keep it safe, put it in the garage. Right. So I bought that. That's like 500 quid by itself. I was like, fine. I actually need it. So it was my first ever credit card purchase. I was like, cool, 500 quid, done. So then I was like, oh, that thing's nice as well. That cymbal's nice. Like, I don't need it. That's all cool. Go to the fucking pub. All the boys are like, oh, that's sick. This band uses it. That band uses it. It's great and stuff. I was like, nah, I don't need it. Pint down. Yeah, I'll text them, telling them I'm going to be back in 20 minutes. And they're like, yeah. I was like, fuck. I've used it like 3 times, and it is amazing. But
best 3 times you've used it.
It's literally, I'm like, if I didn't have it, would I notice? No, is the answer.
But when you use it, do you enjoy it?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Fuck it.
It's awesome. It's so good. We bought it, and then like, yeah, we're locked down. I was like, fuck.
So I've got 2 guitars that do the same. One just has a different sort of bridge than the other. Do I need it? No.
I can say,
do I enjoy it? I fucking love it.
For a lay person, I can see the guitars you're talking about, and I can see you've got 2 basses that to me look exactly the same.
Yeah.
One's a Fender. Is the other one a Fender?
Yeah, the basses are Fenders. They're all right. Yeah. I want a Dingwall bass. I don't need an expensive bass like that black one at the back that I was showing you with the thick strings.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's a cheap bass. It's fine, but I fall in love with the bass. It is beautiful, but it is like $2,500. I don't think I could ever justify $2,500. But
the one on the back that you got, or
no, I don't.
They normally are.
Like yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not that one. There's one in Anderton's.
I see. Sorry, got you.
I would very much like to get that, and that's one I wouldn't need. But if I was in Anderton's and had a pint, I'd fucking get it.
Yeah.
But no, the ones with the birds on it. If you look, basically the 2 with the birds on it.
Oh yeah.
So one of them's got at the nut. It's got kind of like 3 metal things, like locking nuts. Basically those 2 guitars are almost identical other than like the finish, except for one, the bridge you can pull up and down further than the other one. I mean it's more intricate than that, but in reality that's the difference.
Yeah,
it's just nice sometimes. Like,
mate, I mean it looks,
enjoy it,
it looks beautiful, man. It looks really nice.
Fire red.
Fire red, very nice.
Burnt maple leaf.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's on the 12th fret where you got that bird. That's what I've got tattooed as .work.
Oh, in the same angle?
No, it is the wrong way around.
Oh, okay.
Unless I'm lying down, then it could be the right way around.
Well, yeah.
Depends how you play your cards right.
That means your girlfriend sees it the right way, doesn't it?
Oh, now you make me blush.
Oh, man. Thank you for that. You set me up for that. That was a good one.
I'm happy to be your right hand.
Oh, mate, that was good. She's going to watch this and be like, what the fuck have you done? Like, why did you agree to go on this?
You couldn't see me, but you could sit here and make jokes about me, could you?
Yeah. She's like, all right, I get it. Obviously, with that accent. How did you guys meet anyway?
Tinder.
Really?
Yeah, Tinder.
Oh, fair play.
Yeah, Tinder. It was...
Wow, a successful love story. Fair play, mate.
Yeah, we've been together like a year and a half.
Nice.
December will be 2 years. So yeah, I guess kind of just over a year and a half.
Nice.
But
wow.
She
cool.
So she was in Pangbourne doing placement year, working on an alpaca farm.
There's an alpaca farm in Pangbourne?
Yeah. Basically, it's, I don't know. It was kind of like that they did like vet stuff as well, and they would go to different.
Why are you being real sketchy? What are you doing?
I just can't remember the name of
Oh, fine.
I can't
He was
remember
like,
the name.
yeah, they steal
It
the
was like-
alpacas. They steal
Yes,
and take them there.
slaughtered them.
They steal. Oh, Jesus, fuck. Okay.
No, they didn't do that. They didn't do that. But no, they worked on this alpaca. She like basically worked on this kind of alpaca farm thing, vet thing. And one day I was swiping on the old Tinder, and came across her, just hit it off.
Wow.
Then
awesome.
we thought we'd meet up in Reading. So yeah, I think we've been speaking on like Monday.
Yeah.
And then on the Friday I went, "What are you doing today?"
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, nothing." I was like, "Right, let's just go meet up tonight for a drink in Reading." Because it kind of got to that point. I don't know if you've used Tinder. I don't know if you kind of from what I've used of it, you can either, for me, I got a very small amount of matches, but from the matches I did have with the conversations, it was either.
I find that hard to believe, you dashing bastard. You.
It broke my heart. I did. I was just like, motherfucker. I don't know. You kind of go on these sites. Maybe it's just me.
You're gorgeous. How's that possible?
Thank you. But no, for me, like I went on there, and you kind of, for me anyway, and from a couple of people I've spoken to, they kind of have shared the same thing. You go on and you kind of have an idea of how attractive you think you are, because you style yourself, you make yourself look a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of think you'll get more than like 5 matches.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an unrealistic expectation.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I got 5 and no more, and I was sat there going, what the fuck is wrong with me? So it was a terrible time on Tinder.
Oh, dude, that sounds rough.
And then my 6th match was Alice. But yeah, so from the conversations I had, they basically kind of went, it was either like kind of a fun, flirty conversation, and then it would just fall dead, or the others would just basically, "Hi, you alright?" Yeah.
Oh no.
Awkward gif.
Yes.
Left.
That's why I'm not interested, because that's all I hear from people. I'm like,
yeah,
nah,
it's
I'm
like
good.
it either is incredible and doesn't lead anywhere, or it's shit, or you get really lucky like I did, and it actually is amazing. We're messaging each other all the time, and then suddenly one, right, fuck it, let's seize it. She's either going to say no, and then fine, that will be the end of it, or it turn into what it is now. And then we just went to Reading and met just by the pub by Reading Station.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
3 guineas?
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, her phone had died at the time.
Fuck.
So I turned up, and so what didn't help was her phone died. My train was 20 minutes late as well.
Yeah.
So she's standing there. So I eventually get there, and of course from Sandhurst we don't have a ticket machine. So not only is it 20 minutes late, to then get through you have to queue up to the late arrivals or something it is. To then get a ticket. So I'm basically half an hour late. Her phone's dead. I'm messaging and going, really sorry, we're going to be late. Haven't heard back from her. She's thinking, where the fuck is he? I'm thinking she's probably ignored me and gone, fuck you, and gone. But anyway, get there, and I think I see her standing over by the 3 guineas.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's her. So I carry on walking, and then this woman starts walking over to me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, she's standing with like this big bloke, thinking, what the fuck have I got myself into? And it was her. But basically she was standing with like a bouncer there, and was just like, I'm supposed to be meeting this guy online. Can you stand with me? Because if he's like catfishing me, I can you can protect me.
Whoa.
So I was like, that's a really cool way, But then
that's amazing. She waited for you, mate. Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
that's a huge compliment on you, mate.
Yeah, I was.
Wow.
I was chuffed. But yeah, so then we went to Purple Turtle.
You both get a real measure of each other if you can survive Turtle.
That's it. Had sunk a couple of points. Then went to O'Neill's. Yeah. And she showed me Kraken rum.
Nice, good choice.
I was slaughtered.
Good choice.
And it was brilliant. Yeah, and then kind of from there, so we met via the Tinders.
That's very impressive, mate. Well done.
So it's a Tinder success story.
Nice.
I think. Tinder completed it, mate.
Yeah.
Broke my heart during it. My self-esteem was fucking rock bottom.
That is the criteria that counts as.
And the worst part of it. Okay, admitting this to you on the internet. I paid for Tinder Gold for a month.
And what do you get with Tinder Gold? Okay, what do you get with normal Tinder?
So with normal Tinder, you you make your profile, make your bio, big yourself. It's a bit like a CV. You're kind of bullshitting about yourself, really, to kind of inflating the truth.
Yeah.
So you can then swipe through all these lovely ladies or men, whatever floats your boat. You go through, and if you both match, you can then like start a conversation, right? But then I don't know the number, but for argument's sake, let's say 50. If you've swiped through like 50 people within 24 hours, it's like, you can buy more swipes or pay your monthly subscription to Tinder Gold for, I don't know, let's say like a tenner a month. and then you get unlimited swipes, and you get to see who swiped right on you. That's basically said, yeah, I like the look of you. So then you can cherry pick and be like, I'm going to say yes to you because it's a guaranteed match.
I see.
Like I say, I had one of them, and actually it was Alice.
So it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
But I then, like a lot of these subscription ones, if you do it through Apple, you have to go to basically cancel it. You have to go through the app store, like the settings.
Yeah.
So I forgot to do it. So I basically deleted my Tinder, look at my bank, and then 10 quid's come out the next month. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm not even on Tinder.
Yeah.
Then I had to go in there. So I
Okay,
basically had to pay like a leaving fee. I see it.
I thought you were gonna say, oh yeah, like a year later, I'm still paying for it.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm not, but it wouldn't surprise me. I'm quite bad with monthly payments, like subscriptions, like Netflix and shit.
Yeah,
it's.
I hadn't. I think it's from 2017 through to probably start of this year. I hadn't used Amazon, and then I'd noticed. I was like, "You're eligible for Amazon Prime." I was like,
"Why would I be eligible for?"
Why would I? So I looked at it, and I've been paying for that this whole time. I was like, cancel that.
Did you do a free trial by any chance?
Yeah, I was like,
that's
bad. Cancel, and they gave me 300 quid back. I went, thank you very much, because I'd never used it, and they went,
fuck.
I was like, oh,
do you not fair play to them?
Yeah, no, I was like, fair play, because I literally hadn't put a single order through that whole time. They went, yeah, here's your money back. I went, all right,
do you not?
Cool.
I take my hat off to Amazon on that respect.
Yeah,
because
I was fully prepared to them just be like, all right, cool, cancel, and then you pay for it. But they went, yeah, here's your money back. I went, wow. But obviously, it's impossible. Now that I'm over that time, I wasn't single, so I didn't use it. So I was living away from home for that time.
Yeah, sure.
But since coming back home and I'm like being single again, I'm like, oh, I have money, and so I went straight back to it. I was like, yeah, books. Here we go.
I was gonna say, so what has been very useful, Mister as I do, I hadn't seen Alice for months, like obviously during lockdown.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't realise, this is where I've been quite good when it, bringing back to the old Credito card.
Yeah.
Is I didn't realise how much like I just spunking money left, right, and centre, and just like meal here, this, that, there.
Yeah, it's easy.
Trip out.
So easy.
Yeah, so it's financially lockdown for me. I've been lucky that I've been able to keep working during this, but yeah, like fuck, it is mad. Kind of being able to kind of actually have saved some money during this. I know not everyone has, but I've been very lucky in that respect. And that's the thing. It then makes kind of with Anderton's, the minute we can actually just walk in and free, like without booking appointments, because I know they're doing like a click and collect thing, or you book an appointment to try a piece of gear.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I knew if I did that, you're pretty much guaranteed you're going to go in and purchase something. So
yeah,
it's been good.
You wouldn't go otherwise, yeah.
I've been a lot more kind of controlled than of myself than I realised I would have been.
Yeah.
So I think if they left it as a free for all, I'd been like, right, straight down, let's fucking spend.
Literally.
So it's been crazy.
Yeah, I've been about the same. I mean, I've stayed about the same. Probably spent a little bit more than I normally would, but I think it's just because of this, because I had to get
I was
a few bits and pieces.
Yeah,
so,
but it works. It looks good.
Yeah, I mean,
and you won't need to replace it.
Literally, the danger. I've seen the i6, the i whatever, but it has it's a four port one. So I get like the same as yours, but it's literally that, but just like two extra ones on the front.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm only going to need it if I have like a big group one, which I don't need yet. So
I don't know how much they are, but if they are, get the 8920.
That's about 467, something like that.
379.
Yeah, 379.
Only because I was looking at it earlier.
Okay.
I was like, well, it's tempting.
The one for that, so it's literally the same thing as that, and then two more front-facing XLRs put on the front.
Yeah.
And that's 300 quid, something like that. So it isn't actually that bad.
Get the 8920 because then you've got 8. Never know. You could record some drums with it.
What did I see? I saw another one which was
kick, snare.
Yeah, I could.
2 toms.
Light the whole thing up, yeah.
Overheads. Room. That's 7.
Oh, your bass. Done.
You can put a second mic.
Oh, kick,
second
mic. Yeah.
Kick in, kick out. Or a wild card.
Well, what I'd actually get is an EAD 10 is what I'd get.
Is
an EAD 10 is two functions. Number one is it's an all-purpose microphone for the kit, which you clip onto the front of the drum kit.
Right.
From where you're sat, the front of the top of the kick.
Yeah.
So it picks up everything.
Right. Okay.
And then you can say, all right, this is that, that's this, and that. You can assign where everything is. So it picks. The microphone is so fucking powerful. It can isolate all the different things. It's mental. It's a mental bit of kit.
Fair enough.
and the other purpose of it is it's a gate for your snare. It won't work on you because you've got electric kit.
Yeah, I was gonna say waste.
Yeah.
That would sound the worst sounding kit to mic up an electric.
Yeah,
kit.
literally. Yeah, they're like, hasn't changed.
What a waste of money.
What a bad review. Yeah. But it's a disgusting piece of kit. But it's 5.
What's it called?
EAD 10.
EAD 10.
It's is it Roland? Might be Roland.
Right, I'm gonna have to.
We'll have a look after this. I'll show you.
Yeah.
I watched a load of demos for it, and it's filthy. It is absolute filth.
I think it's. Do you know the Audix mics, drum mics? They're like a fucking good. A drummer friend of mine had managed to pick himself up a really good price one on eBay, but I think the kit new, you're looking at kind of best part of $1,000 just for the mics.
Well, dude, you're an arsehole because you showed me the Rode pod mic, the Rodecaster. Because I was looking at the Yeti Blue for a mic. I was looking at, and so any blue stuff's awesome. But you showed me that, I was like, "There's an affordable SM7B." I'm like, "Yes, I'll get some of that shit." Oh, it's such a bad lane. There's just endless money. There's one guy who I follow the most. So I listen to most of his stuff, and I looked up. He's got a website there where someone has detailed his entire ensemble.
Okay.
And so it's like. I'll show you because you're gonna lose your shit when you see what's on it. But it's like $7,500 for the whole thing. And you're almost like
credit card money.
Mate, I need 2 credit cards to afford that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I can't put it on one.
I was gonna say I need an add-on.
Yeah.
I don't need an add-on. I'm not gonna do it, but that sounds sick.
Well, I got them. We were up in Leeds, and I was like really short of money because it was like the end of the month.
On your tour.
Yeah. And I was like, I wonder if I can apply for a credit card. So I'll get it when I'll get home when I come home. And so I applied for it, and I was like, "What do you want the limit to be?" And they said, we suggested limit. So I was expecting like $2,000, and they gave me 4.5, and I was like,
"Hello."
It's pretty high in it.
Hello there.
I was like, "What the fuck?" I was expecting like $2,000 or something, but it's like 4.5. I was like, "Fuck."
Jeez, yeah, that's not bad for a first credit card.
I know. I was like, "Is that normal?" And the guy was like, I was like,
Well, no,
"What the fuck?"
I think when I applied for mine, it was 1-2.
Yeah.
And then when I got it, they're like, "Congratulations, we've upped it to 3-3."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hello, double money."
Yeah,
or over double. And then I hadn't cleared it, and then they're like, "You know that 3-3? We're just gonna call it 5-3." And I was like, "An extra $2,000 to play with. Hello."
Before they get you.
And then it went up again, and I went, "This is where I'm starting to bring it
It's
down."
where it got up to. What? Well, hang on. They raised it or you raised it? To what?
No, so what they do, they're very clever bastards.
Oh yeah.
Sadistic. This is the thing. This is going to be the credit card bros.
What the hell did they raise it to?
7-3.
Oh fuck.
I didn't let it get that high.
Oh fuck.
It's when I hit.
Dude, if I had a fucking used Golf with that, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, I didn't let it get that high. But what I'm saying is,
God.
once you've kept it, so I was really bad with it. Like, I guess you always hear kind of horror stories with credit cards, and
yeah,
you always think you're not going to do it until you basically fuck up, and then you go, now I understand what everyone was saying, be careful with a credit card.
Yeah.
And that was mine exactly.
Yeah.
I basically, once you let it sit at maximum and you're only making the minimum payments, they're going, this guy's a fucking idiot. He's not clearing his card and he's just paying us interest. He's paying us money for the privilege of like, so I think I'd paid something like,
oh, I see.
So
got you.
with making the minimum payments,
Yeah.
I paid like this amount
Yeah.
to actually clear that amount.
Yeah.
So that's what made me bring it down. But because I was paying that, they then went, he's an idiot. Tell you what, let's give him more money.
Yeah.
So then you'll spend more money, your interest will go up, you'll be paying more and more as your money.
And you'll be there
minimum.
longer.
You're there longer.
Yeah.
So basically, it got to the point of like after my second increase, I hadn't maxed it, but they're going, this idiot's still making no fuck. He's only making his minimum payments because I had it set as a direct debit. So I left it as a, well, it's not, it's improving my credit score, like, but it's not affecting it. It's not bringing it back down.
Yeah.
I'm just making the minimum payments, and at some point I'll clear it.
Mm.
And then it was then suddenly when they kind of upped it again, and then I got my annual statement through and realised I paid that much for the privilege of clearing that much. I went,
shit.
you moron.
Yeah.
lockdown comes, I'm not going out, and I went, I want to get like some tattoos. I want to get like new gear and shit. So I was like, let's slash the credit card. Then I'll start actually spending.
Yeah.
And then the good thing is, like, then if I go and do like an internship or something, I'm not getting paid for it. At least then I've got a credit card as a backup.
Yes.
Like to kind of help me through a couple of months.
Yeah.
To then be able to get back on track and, hopefully I don't need to be in that situation. But if I am, it's nice to, know it. But Tesco, like I say. Thank you, Tesco. Every little helps your back pocket, you pricks.
So it's
my fault. I can't really blame them. It is my fault.
It is and it isn't. Like, it's your fault for accepting it, but it's their fault for giving it.
I think that's the thing. This is a bit of a tricky one because it's like, on one hand, anybody should be able to apply for a credit card.
Yeah.
It's down to them to go, is it sensible to lend them money? Are we going to lose out? Are they going to pay? That's why they do the credit checks. Fair enough. Equally, I think when it comes to stuff like credit cards or your first credit or something, there should be, I would have valued an impartial kind of financial advisor, and equally I could have paid for a service, or maybe there'd been someone to do it for free, but it would have been good for like the bank to be like, actually explain in layman's terms, this is what you're getting into. If you're fine doing it, tick this box and we'll continue. I'm sure at the time I'd have still been like, yeah, fuck off, I'll just do it anyway. Whatever. That's the reality. But I mean, to be fair, they've made it very clear, and they did then eventually put on there, I think these credit card companies, they said, like, if you want to put a cap on it, like that you can't spend more, contact us. And I think if it then gets to a really bad state, they can literally say, if you do not increase your minimum like payment, we will block your credit card, that you cannot spend on it anymore. So I think, like, I don't know if that's what they have to do. I mean, they didn't do it to me, they didn't say it to me, but from like speaking to people, apparently that's what some banks do.
Okay.
Which, I don't know, it's good. It's good. It's better to be like that than not, but don't know. I guess you never really kind of understand about a credit card until you get one. Like, you understand the concept of it.
Finance, mate. I can't help you.
No, neither do I. That's why I had a credit card debt for years.
Yeah. I like earning it. I like spending it. That's all I can help you with.
Saving it? Nope. I haven't done that. Haven't tried that yet. That's the next goal.
I was really good. I got $2,000 at one point, and then I paid for a holiday. So didn't quite work. Kind of did.
I was gonna say, but I think, like, holidays. I was saying to someone the other day, I think holidays. If you want a holiday, I think you need to, within reason, see a holiday. Financially, it's a complete loss. Like, you are never going to save money booking a holiday. You can get holidays reasonably priced and ridiculous, but the minute you go, tell you what, I've got $1,000 to spend, I'm going to spend the $1,000 and I'm going to have the best fucking time ever, then it's been a complete success. I think, I know for myself, like, looking at a few places, you think, oh, but actually if I didn't go away, then I'd be saving that money. It's like, look, if you're going away and you're going to spend money, you're going to lose money. But at least the minute, for me, this is how my mind's, and I see it anyway, the minute I kind of think, no, actually, like, I want to go away, yes, it's cheaper for me to stay at home and save money, but the minute I can go, tell you what, I'm going to lose 400 quid on this week away or something. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good if you get somewhere for that, but I'm going to lose 500 quid on a week away, but therefore I'm actually going to commit to it and fully go for it and think, yeah, tell you what, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get dinner as well and stuff like that, and then all in all it comes to like 600 quid or something. You'll have so much more fun than trying to skimp out, for me anyway, than trying to skimp out and do things as cheap as possible, trying to save money.
It's a very interesting way of looking at it, saying that a holiday is you just look at it as a loss, but you're absolutely right. Like, if it's financially, yes, but what you gain from that holiday,
it's like an investment in your happiness.
It's an investment in yourself. Yeah, because the holidays I've been on, you learn, which I think most of them I learn something about myself. There's some that I don't, so I stop going on them. But the ones that I know will learn something about myself, or experience new things, then yes, I'll do it. But some if it's just the same shit, I'm like, no, I'm not going on them anymore because I'm not expanding.
No, I get that, and I think it's only kind of, where I have been kind of financially fucking myself in the past, and until now realised it. The idea of, like, I enjoy going away. I'd rather buy a guitar than go on holiday any day. It's just the way my brain is kind of wired. Yeah. That I think the minute, like with Budapest, the minute I went, I mean, it's cheaper to stay at home, but obviously you don't gain anything from staying at home like you would going away. And then
I'm going to argue with that. I'm going to say it's cheaper. I'm going to say it's cheaper to go than to stay in.
Okay, yeah.
Budapest is cheaper to go.
Yeah, granted.
Yeah. But no, I know what you mean. Like if I went to, my dad worked out in Amsterdam for years, so I go and visit him all the time.
Right.
And that's expensive. Not from getting there. Getting there's like 50 quid because it's a 45-minute flight.
Bloody hell.
And I don't pay for anything because I stay with him. But
Yeah.
like it's like we'd always go. We go shopping. Like I got a suit done for me or whatever, or we go to like do museum tours. We go out for dinner.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
yeah.
You're making the most of it. So it's worth it. Absolutely. It's because you're getting experience out of it. You're meeting people out there. It's a good laugh. You eat some incredible food. You call these cool places.
They like the cheese as well, don't they? I remember their cheese shops.
Beer. I haven't done any of the weed though, so I probably should do.
No, I never have. But I don't know. I'm not. I've just never been interested in it. And the only time I went to Amsterdam, I was 16 and I was with my mum. I love my mum, but I couldn't see either of us sitting in a coffee shop getting baked, especially at the time I hadn't like smoked.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like in general, like tobacco. So I was like,
yeah,
why would I go and get high?
Yeah.
Maybe now. I don't know.
I mean, for me, I've got like a curiosity for like mushrooms or mind expanding stuff. But again, I'm not gonna go out of my way. I don't really care. Like if it's there, I'll be interested. But beyond that,
yeah,
like,
no, I
don't
get
bother
that.
me.
I get that. It's
yeah.
Probably wouldn't buy it down a back alley in like London.
No fucking way. No,
but over there, if it's like, because they do like, you can like test purities and like the quality of stuff.
You can have like a wine tasting evening, but with weed and shit.
That's the thing. I guess if it's like their culture and it is like over there, like it's legal, isn't it?
It has been for decades, actually, a very long time.
Yeah, so I probably would over there, like because it's like something you do there.
Yeah. Well, it is a reason for you to go to America. More and more states are becoming legal with marijuana.
That's it, like green states, is it? They call it sometimes.
Nice.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd love to take credit for it. I don't think. Sure, I've seen it somewhere.
It's a good name for it. I like it.
Green states.
Do you care about the environment? Fuck no. We just
mate, we just fucking get baked.
We just like weed, yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's quite cool.
No, it's yeah, don't know. There you go. Our podcast on finance.
That was the segment for it,
Yeah.
Do you reckon we should do that as like a guide as how to have a credit card, or a guide how to not have a credit card? That's the question.
Okay, so someone at work was asking me literally the other day, saying, "I've got savings, right?" This really, it angered me. But once again, obviously you look at things your own way. So he said, "I've got savings, right? Like he's going off to uni, got savings. I want to get like a tattoo and shit, right? Okay, but I don't really want like 800 quid coming straight out my bank account. So I was thinking about getting a.
Fuck is he trying to get?
So I went right, thinking, yeah, that's like 2-day sessions.
Yeah,
like fucking fair play, like good on you. But right goes, but so I was thinking about getting a credit card because then like I can just pay it off monthly. But I've got thousands in savings. And I was like, right, I just don't want to see that, like, that 800 go for my bank in one day.
What a dumb question.
So do you think I should get a credit card? And I went, no.
Yeah.
He was like, no, you're missing the point. So I put it to you, what have I missed on that? Because, like, for me, I think that's fucking stupid. If you have savings, it's like finance. If I get an expense, like, I get $3,000 guitar, right?
So if you've got $3,000 in the bank,
I wouldn't get finance because let's say you put away, I don't know, 300 quid a month, right?
Okay.
10 months.
Go on.
You save $3,000.
Yeah.
The benefit is you can then buy that guitar outright. If you change jobs, you lose job, whatever it is, you own that guitar. You're not going to struggle to find that 300 quid a month. One benefit of saving up, let's say like your car, like for me, I need to replace my cam belt. Let's say I've got $1,000 of it. Oh, it's not, I'm going to have to kind of put aside money. I'm 3 months behind by using that money to now fix my car. But I still don't owe anybody else money. Whereas with like finance, for me, I see it as like rightly or wrongly, but for me it works. I'm basically saving that £300 a month, but paying it each month to them, and it means I get it now. Yeah, it's like saving, but I get it now, basically. I don't know, there's swings and like pros and cons of it. Can't remember what I was saying, but
why the guy was an idiot. He's an idiot because he has the funds. That's why he's an idiot.
Well, yeah. And if he said he's got thousands in savings, it's not like he's
800 quid isn't a problem then.
No, like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to assume thousands, $3,000.
Yeah.
It's probably more.
Yeah.
But let's, for argument's sake, $3,000. So
Yeah.
it's still under, like, well under half.
Yeah.
Like, it won't really, in reality,
You're
make
not
that big a
gonna
chunk.
notice it. Yeah.
Like, you're still going to be, what, like 2,200 in your account.
Yeah, literally.
You're not going to drop below that $2,000 point
Yeah.
if you've got 3.
Yeah. How does the conversation resolve itself?
Don't get a credit card. Well, I think I will. Right. Understand what you're getting into before. Like, there's no point getting, like, essentially credit, like finance, for something you've already got.
Yeah, why are you going into debt when you don't need to?
I said either don't get the tattoo or get the tattoo, look at your arm, and don't worry, like, that you've just, like, it was basically because he didn't want to see the 800 quid come out of his account in one hit.
What a child.
I was like, so what are you saving money
What a
for?
fucking
Are you saving
child.
money for the sake of saving money, or are you saving money to spend?
I've seen $2,000 come out of my account in one hit, but that was my holiday, so that was money I'd saved up, put it in my account, paid it. It's like,
Yeah, it's like,
it doesn't hurt because you know what you're getting for it. Like, what the fuck?
that's why you've saved for it,
yeah,
right? Like,
and that's why. And
if someone's nicked $2,000, then I'd understand being like, what the fuck?
yeah, you'd be mental. But like, if you're worried about that money going, then you don't care about that tattoo enough, you moron. Because it
Right.
won't matter how much it costs if you like it or
No,
if you want to
exactly.
get it.
Like, if it's right for you and that's what you've always wanted,
Yeah.
I don't know. For
Nah,
me,
what a prick.
I was just
What a
like,
prick.
mate, come on, just don't be a fucking idiot.
What a
Like,
prick.
that is somewhere where I think there should be a financial advisor. Like, someone like that should not be allowed to get a credit card.
Agreed.
But equally, if he's got nothing wrong with his, like, I'm assuming if he's got savings, he hasn't got anything wrong with his, like,
Yeah, he
finances in
wouldn't
the
do.
past.
Yeah, so
Hence why he's got savings.
either he's been really good and saved it, or he's just been given the money, which equally he's not in a bad position.
And that's yeah.
That's weird.
And it's people like him that make me worry. Like, I know, I knew what I was getting into with a credit card, and I was just lazy and just would always thought,
likewise,
next
Yeah,
month,
yeah.
which I'm sure many people do wrongly.
Well, my issue was I paid a big chunk off and then spent it again. So
That's it. It's
like
like,
I didn't get
it's like
better.
elastic spending.
I didn't get
so-
better or worse. I just stayed the same. So the money hasn't gone up. It's just stayed there.
Yeah, I guess that's it. It's like you're robbing from Peter to pay Paul.
Kind of. Well, I think to your point with the like.
That's how I treated it as well.
Yeah, I mean, to your point about getting things on finance, in itself, it is not inherently wrong. Like, I remember my parents years ago saying, like, this sofa, there was a lot of money, so we didn't buy it outright. We got it on finance, and,
DFS. They always got a good sale on.
DFS. And, we got it over a long period of time because we needed other bits and pieces.
Yeah.
So we'll probably pay it off. We paid it off in, like, 8 years or whatever. I went, fine,
sure.
fine. The problem is, so much of our life is on finance now. So even if it's your phone, if it's Netflix, Amazon Prime, your car, YouTube, Apple TV, Spotify.
I've got plugins which I pay monthly for, like subscriptions.
Splice.
Splice, yeah, that's another one.
Yes, Splice. What else? You can get watches, you can get cars, you can get
Laptops.
I'm paying monthly for that. Laptops,
touch, isn't
watches, headphones.
Yeah.
So because so much of life has been put on that, you don't notice it all adding up, and then it's just your paycheck's just gone. And we're in an extremely fortunate position, and where the worst is going to happen to us is that we don't have any money. Imagine if we're living by ourselves. You're not going to be able to pay the mortgage. You can't eat. You can't have the rent.
Exactly.
So that's where it becomes a real problem.
Yeah, exactly. The fortunate thing is I don't have someone that, I financially depend on myself, obviously, but like you say, I'll just run out of money.
Yeah, that's the worst thing that's going to happen.
I'm not going to be homeless.
Yeah.
I don't have a kid relying on me. That I don't then have to kind of provide for him. So I'm fortunate at this position. I think that's the thing. 10 years time, I'd probably view it very differently. But essentially everything since I've kind of turned 18 and realised what finance was and how I could kind of turn everything into a monthly payment, I have crazy amount of monthly outgoings, but I have a lot of monthly things or nice things, if you know what I mean. So it's I know at the moment, like you say, the kind of my safety net is I run out of money. I'm fortunate that I'm not going to be out on the street. Yes, I have a terrible credit score if something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Touch wood, nothing does. But
that's a good sound.
There you go. I'll be like an ASMR artist.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Start again.
Yeah.
That's a painful drum beat, but fucking fair play.
Fuck off. Was that a painful drum beat?
No, I'm not saying it was bad. I mean, it must hurt. Smash. Fucking hell.
Say something.
Ludens.
There you are.
I think if I click on Ludens, you show me that Tokyo video.
Yeah, it's literally that little bit. Oh, I love that. It's just a dead, like a whole arena just dead silent except for that.
And it is. I'm sure
amazing.
It's like a reversed reverb.
Oh, that's amazing. We and a similar thing. Do you remember when Age of Ultron came out?
Age of
Ultron, the Avengers film. Okay,
I've only seen one Marvel film.
Okay, so it came. Which one was that?
It was only the other month. It was Iron Man. Is
okay.
That,
yeah.
I've seen like Batman.
That's
like
DC.
Dark Knight.
DC.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Anyway, so there's
I liked it. I will say though. I will say.
Anyway, God, this
Ultron.
I don't know why I'm friends with you. There's a scene in this film where a character does something that is really, really impressive, and the entire basically there's one character who should only be able to pick up this item, but another character does, and everyone's blown away, and the whole cinema went. Except my friend next to me, he just went, bruh. Everyone just burst out laughing. But like this thing happened, and the entire cinema goes. It was amazing.
Really?
Hundreds of people. Everyone just goes.
Jeez.
Incredible. It's incredible. Like if you really get into the films, you'll appreciate that moment because you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's amazing. I'm trying to think of anything that's comparable. It's like. I'm trying to think of anything that will compare with it.
See, this I was saying earlier. I'm really shit when it comes to kind of my like what films I have and haven't watched.
Dude, I wish I was in your position because I get to discover them again.
I'm just Like I mean, that was the thing. So I watched Iron Man.
Yeah.
2 months ago for the first time.
Yeah.
I quite liked it.
Yeah,
it was good.
They're all good. They're really good films. It's a good universe.
Told Iron Man's one of the better ones.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't have anything to compare it to. So
yeah, they're all good. They're all good.
Mate. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch some more films. I think.
Yeah.
Ultron.
So it's so what they've done is you've got all of these characters. So you've got 5 different characters.
Mm-hmm.
They each have their own film, which then culminates in something called Avengers, and then you've got the Avengers: Age of Ultron. So all of these characters, they've done 3 films of them individually. They're all of their individual trilogies, and then you do an Avengers film in between each of them, and then you culminate in the last one.
Right. Oh, and that
very
was
clever done.
Endgame's one, isn't it?
Yeah, Endgame's the last one. Yeah,
would make sense.
Yeah, Endgame's the first one. Yeah. To be fair,
fuck with my mind.
It's confusing with like the Matrix and Underworld haven't helped with like the names because you got like Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolution, and you got like Underworld, Annihilation, Retaliation, all that sort of shit, and you're like, surely this is the last film. Like it just keeps going.
It's just the Matrix forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, there's some films I haven't watched in years.
Good films though.
Show me not Revolver Head.
Propeller Heads.
Propeller Heads.
Yeah.
That was it. That made me think, do you know what? I need to rewatch The Matrix.
Yes, boy. Yeah, I think they do the music for the scene in the first one, spoiler alert, when he's running around the bottom of the building where they're going to get Morpheus and everyone is shooting him. They do the music for that.
Oh, mate, that's a fucking scene and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole film. I've only seen the first 3. I didn't realise there was more than that. But those 3 were fucking sick. Well, you were saying like Underworld and Matrix.
Oh, sorry. The Matrix films and then the Underworld films.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No.
That's why I was like,
no.
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
No, they only ever did 3 Matrix films. It's because of the titles they gave for them. So they're all called like Reloaded, Retaliation, Annihilation, whatever.
I was thinking, Matrix, Underworld. I was thinking,
No.
I do live under a rock.
Yeah, no, sorry, man.
I'm glad I don't live under that big a rock.
They couldn't do the Matrix again if they wanted to. You can't do another one. Like
it was perfect.
Yeah,
probably. I don't know. I haven't seen it in years. It was a fucking good set of films.
I mean, it's a very unique thing, so you couldn't call it perfect because you don't.
Oh, nothing.
They are. There's no. As in, like, there's. You can call it perfect because it was the first and the only of its kind.
Yeah. So actually, that's very true.
There's kind of a thing similar to it. Like you've got iRobot, you've got Surrogates, questionably, but the Matrix is unique.
Yeah, I guess it was the first of that.
Well, you get like Ex Machina and stuff like that. So I haven't seen it, but I know it's basically a similar sort of thing where you've got like
Star Wars verse.
Doesn't Star Wars is Star Wars is Lord of the Rings is all fantasy. Star Wars is the future, but in the past kind of thing. Whereas the Matrix is this reality is not what it appears. Just different. Yeah, it's very unique.
I don't know. I find with Lord of the Rings versus Star Wars, that kind of those two sets of films, that often it's very kind of Marmite on either side. It's very kind of
Where do you come down?
more Lord of the Rings.
Good
Star Wars.
boy.
Much more. I like the Star Wars films. Further, like episodes 1. Oh, hello, mate.
You're right.
I can slip this one out.
Yeah, man.
I mean, yeah. Sorry, I realised coming on from kind of Matrix to that, it's obviously they're not sat within the same. I'm gonna have to let my dog in a sec as well. Whilst you untangle yourself,
Yeah.
I can hear him crying.
Yeah. What's going on now? Hello, Snoop. What are you doing? Hello. What are you doing there? You silly thing. You're gonna go back out again in a minute, aren't you?
Butters. Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Jeez, man, that's awesome.
Yeah. For those of you just listening, I have a replica of the One Ring of Sauron around my neck, and Josh is just admiring it in a minute.
Man, that's gorgeous.
Mm.
Like you always see kind of pictures of them, but I've never seen one in person.
Yeah. How much do you reckon that's worth?
Jesus.
All right, got him.
I don't know because beyond my watch, I don't own any jewellery.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to get it horrifically wrong.
No, you go for it.
I'm gonna say like 300.
Okay.
Because I don't know the value of jewellery.
Yeah, fair
It
enough.
feels like a nice chain. It looks like a very nice ring.
Yeah, fair enough.
I
Fair
don't
enough.
know if I'm completely undershooting it.
You're close. It is it's £2 off Amazon. I've had this for
That was £2.
7 years. I've had this.
Oh my fuck!
I've got this. And I've got
That's 2 squidlies.
yeah. I've got this. And I've got a black version as well.
But the chain feels fucking lovely.
Oh, I got that like 2 months ago. £15 Amazon. Same again.
Mate, fuck like F Hines and shit like that on the high
Literally.
street. Fuck you all.
Literally.
'Cause-
I mean, the only thing I've got is a slight fading on the back. Like
It's £2. Replace it.
I've got this here. And I've got that's just
Oh
you can
my
see the
God.
difference between there and there.
Yeah.
But it's so minute, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, no. Beyond that, I love it.
It's like £17 for something
You've got,
like fucking like.
your face is the opposite of childhood ruin. You know,
Do you
I
know
feel like
what?
I've made your childhood.
I was gonna say I think I feel like I've got an adulthood now ahead of me.
Dude, it's sick. It's so sick, and if it, it's just banging.
So like I felt like jewelry before because I did go through a phase where I wanted to try and get into it, and I just couldn't justify like spending £150 on a ring.
I agree.
Like I can understand like engagement and wedding rings, of course, like the sentimental kind of value, but beyond that, and like chains, like why you'd spend £300 on a chain.
Oh mate,
like for me, it doesn't interest me. Whereas I look at that and that feels as nice as any of the kind of £300 chains I picked up and was like, it's a chain.
Yeah, literally.
And that was £17 for the two.
For the whole thing. Yeah. They are, buddy.
Well, yeah, like I said, those high street stores, fuck you all.
Yeah,
You
literally.
need to get on Amazon.
Dude,
Undercut.
The only thing I
But probably only slightly lesser quality.
yeah, I mean the only sort of reticence I had was I didn't know my size. But as far as found a ring, I like borrowed my dad's, and okay, that kind of does it.
Oh, that's all right then.
And there you go. Cool.
Perfect.
That was it.
Oh,
There you are, mate. It's more exciting for you.
I was gonna say I know what I'm gonna be spending my lockdown money on.
Yeah, but I got it as like a joke. I was like,
Rings.
this is actually beautiful. I was like,
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I was looking at, going like, damn, like this is really nice. I thought it was kind of do you know what I mean, like something kind of official, so to speak.
yeah.
Oh, butts. What are you saying, little man? What are you saying? Good boy. Getting all silly and excited.
Hello.
He does it if you've got treats for him,
Yeah, of course.
which we'll have to go get him in a bit.
Hello, mister.
Oh, butts.
How you feeling about wrapping it up there, mate?
Yeah, I think that sounds a good
Sounds
place
good.
to stop.
Well, thank you very much for listening, everyone, and for paying attention. Thank you again, mate, for letting me. I
Absolute
appreciate
pleasure.
hospitality. I appreciate the coffee and the dogs and everything. It's been great.
That's all right. Thank you for having me on, mate. It's
Sweet.
been-
Right, we've got a lot to cover now, so let's I've got a few things to show you, a few things to show me, and we'll
Too right.
get you guys another time.